Alright, y'all, I keep recording all these damn stories and I'm just gonna talk to the live. Anyway, I was talking about, just record yourself. If you don't think you have any work to do, if your spouse says they don't have any work to do, just secretly record. You go to your family and they're like, no, we're not making any changes. There's nothing wrong with us, lady. Yeah, flipped your marbles. Can you flip a marble? Can you flip something that's round? Anyway, your family's going to tell you you've gone crazy. And it's not that you've gone crazy. You just finally woke up. And so everybody's going to be like, we don't need to change. But if you just started recording, hey, Simply Beauty. If you just started recording, hey, Pat, the crew is showing up. That's what the fuck. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. And this is what I need to be in gratitude of because, how are you, dear? I'm so focused on numbers when I need to be focused on the numbers. Like, y'all came through, showed up and said, hey, sis, it's Sunday. I know it's Sunday. Do not diminish my celebration of sisters showing up. You know what I'm saying? Especially me coming off of the energy. Maybe I should go live on Sundays then. Maybe that's the lick. Go live on Sundays because ain't nobody got nothing to do. What's a good time for me to go live during the week, y'all? I just chose noon because most of y'all are over east. I'm west, so it's noon for me, but it's 3 for y'all and maybe 4. I'm not sure. And so it's like, what time is a good time that's conducive with an audience? You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody. I just hopped on here because I was uploading a bunch of stories. And I was like, sis, just go live and ramble. And is the rambling working for you? I'm thinking I'm going to start a book club, y'all. I'm going to start a book club. And I was saying, if you guys watch my book club video, my commercial that I made, which was brilliant, one of you ladies suggested a book club. And I was like, well, I've been contemplating. It's almost 7 now here in Delaware. And now is good for me because I'm done cooking. I can't see. It's 4 o'clock here. My kids just got home. Let's try 4 p.m. tomorrow. Yes. Book club. I'm going to start a book club. And I'm the character in my commercials who has on the sunglasses, who's only at the book club meeting because of sisterhood. Yeah, so if it's 5, I think, okay, so yeah, I'll pop on at 4 tomorrow. And then we'll see how that does. But, shoot, it's 4 now and we still at 2. I don't know. Anyway, I'm the character in the book club thing who is just there for the sisterhood because they don't really read. And I was like, I don't really read because everything I need to know, I know. And everything I need to know, I know. So everything in the outside world is simply confirmation. And I came to this realization because I was being an asshole. Because one of our community members was telling me how she was talking to this older lady and she was giving her sage advice, right? And the lady was like, yeah, that's what's up. Well, she didn't use that language. That was my language. But she was like, yeah, that's what's up. Thank you for the love, y'all. And then the lady at the end of the conversation was like, how old are you? And sis said she's in her 20s. And the old lady literally dismissed the knowledge that she received from her because it came from someone who's younger than her. I was like, no way that happened. You're telling lies. You know what I'm saying? I was like, there can't be people walking this earth that discounts knowledge just because it came from a child. Thank you, Simply Beauty. Are you enjoying the book? I'm so excited to hear your feedback. And so, yeah, she discounted her knowledge, and it just broke my heart because I was just like, how many people are closed off from knowledge just because of the source? And then I was like, my content will only do what my content's going to do because of the source. And in order for me to enter into the rooms that I want to enter into, I must change. And you guys are going to look at me and you're going to be like, oh, Lonee's changed. And I'm like, no, they forced me to change. If I change, maybe that number will go from 2 to 20,000. You know what I'm saying? I can't be the down home girl who's laying in her bed, with her kid sleeping on her, who's wearing his brother's too small pants. I can't be her. I have to become one of them. It's like you can't sit here. You can't get in unless you play the game. I can do it authentically, which is what we've been doing so far. But you see, it's like drudging through mud. Oh, so am I going to sell out? And to what level will I sell out? I want this message to get out. I want the healing to be mass produced. Not produced, but you know what I'm saying? Broadcasted. I need this message to be mass broadcasted. We are healing ourselves. We are changing our lives. And we are going to win at life, period. Whatever that looks like for you. As long as you're at the top of your motherfucking game in that moment, because being at the top is moment to moment. It's not a one-off thing. Because that's why you see people at the top and they taking themselves out. Why? Because there's no top. The top is not out there. The top is in here. And we in this community will be in this top. So I am not being entitled when I say, why isn't this going viral? The person who's not a part of the community, of course, had to respond, you sound entitled. Everybody's not meant to be famous. Baby, I'm not trying to get famous. I want the money so I can do for my family what's been promised to me for my family. Yes, I want the wealth. But ain't nobody got to know me. I already know who I am. I'm the motherfucking mouthpiece. Everything is coming from here. That's why I don't read. So I'm starting a book club. See? I found my way back, y'all. So I'm starting a book club. Not because I want to read, but because I want some sisterhood. And I know y'all like to read. So if I got to do something I don't want to do in order to hang out with you, then that's what I'm going to do. So the first book, of course, is going to be my book, What's the Best That Can Happen, available at LoneeTaylorArt.com. That's going to be our first book because we're out here doing healing work. We might as well start with the healing work book. So why not use my book? Because I know it works. We could go find another author, but I know my book works. Why? Because I'm here. So we're going to start with my book. And then we're going to start with whatever else books I got laying around that I bought from authors off of TikTok. And then authors are going to get wind of this. And then they're going to introduce us to their books. And so it's going to grow. I don't care. I'm going to start Black Girl e-commerce. I don't care. I am going to start Black Girl healing. Not this topical stuff. I am going to start mass producing healing, which means once this message gets out, it's going to spread like wildfire because it's going to ignite souls. We are going to wake up for the first time and we are going to heal in droves. Yes, that was a bar and it was so beautiful. I overheard a conversation. I'm going to get to your comments in a section. Oh, shit. I can't even figure. It's like they stick to my teeth. It's just too much. Whew. I was overhearing a conversation between Andre Jr. and his dad. And I was listening to Dre give Andre advice in communication. He was like, man, it's just communication. It's just communication. I was like, shit, it's just communication. But I also noticed how Andre Jr. kept trying to take the conversation. Because Andre Jr., I wish we had a relationship. It's topical, but I wish we had a relationship because he's got it. He's open, he's aware, and he's open to evolution. And I can help him evolve and realize his vision a lot sooner, but he keeps me here. You know, I'm here. And I haven't been able to gain entrance, and then I'm with them, with my stepchildren, I'm always looking to be offended. Those of you who are familiar with the content, you know what I mean. I'm always looking to be offended. And I'm aware. I'm finally aware. I became aware of it because they bumped up against me last week, because today's a new week. They bumped up against me last week. And I was like, ugh. I realized I'd just be having really big temper tantrums. I'd be having like dramatic ass temper tantrums. Guaranteed, I'm going to tell you, I'm getting a divorce. I'm not. Guaranteed, I'm going to tell you, I can't stand my stepkids. It's a work in progress. And guaranteed, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to quit whatever it is I'm doing. Yeah, and that was the video y'all got. Number 1 in the gossip series. Our community member. I'm done saying y'all's names because I want you to know that you're sacred and you're private. I was giving you your flowers before, but you'll just have to hear the story and know it's you, and you know I'm giving you your flowers without saying your name, but I want to keep your name sacred for now on. But I don't even remember what I was talking about, but me telling you that your names are sacred is more important than whatever I was about to say. But yeah, it came to my realization that I'm out here throwing big ass temper tantrums when I don't get my way. Whenever somebody does something I don't want, I just draw a line in the sand. And sis was like, because you're in survival mode. Sorry, my glasses are dirty and I ain't got nothing to clean them on, so they just gonna be dirty. I bet you if I want to have 20 people on my live, I better clean my glasses. They judging me, y'all. They judging me. Don't judge me then. I'm going to be comfortable in my skin for a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer before I start conforming, keeping my hat on consistently. Anyway, what was I talking about? I done forgot. Y'all, my vision's bad, but I can't afford a new prescription, so my ass really can't see this small ass print. Let me go to the big screen. Let me pull up the big screen. It's almost 7. I'm done cooking. Boom, boom. Thank you for the roses. Ooh, had that happen before. Young years. Hey, if y'all remember what I was talking about, type it in the chat, so by the time I get there, we remember. I am coming soon. Coming soon. Look up Hardly initiated on YouTube. They built authentically. Let me go ahead and screenshot that. I understand that. I like this idea. Yeah, we about to start a book club. Sis girl, I'm like you. Last book I read was Heal Thyself. Yeah, we ain't got to read. Okay, so the outside world is confirmation. That's what I was talking about. Sis gave this woman this advice, and the woman was like, yeah, that's dope. And then she was like, how old are you? And she was like, I'm half your age. And the woman was like, I thought you were. And I was just laughing. I was like, sis, how are you half that age? And she thought she was older. I got to see you in real life because, yes, I'm that. That's rude. I was joking, though. Anyway, so I was like, that's stupid that you're going to discount advice because of the source. And then I got on to conforming. Okay, but I wanted to get back to advice. First of all, stop asking. Sorry, my battery's about to die. Stop asking other humans on how to live your life. Who's going to know how to live your life better than you? If you don't know how to live your life, you really think your friend gonna be able to know how to live your life better? But on the flip side, because somebody's on the outside, they can see what you can't. So then the duality in that is, stop looking for people on the outside to tell you how to live your life, but surround yourself with people who are wise enough to be able to, which is why this is why we're all attracting to each other, because we see we see ourselves in each other. And so if you were to ask me for advice, it's something you could work with, because yes, we're not the same, but I see myself in you. So you would probably move like I would move, or you would do something I would do if I had the same capacity of you, blah, blah, blah. You guys understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, we are attracting to each other because we will uplift each other because we are each other. And in that respect, everybody ain't me, which means this content ain't for everybody. But that's a limitation, because I think it's going to do what it do. I think there's enough people, because it's not about numbers. At the end of the day, let go of social media. Let me go get a charger. Boy, you're going to have to be disrupted. I apologize. Hold on. Outside of social media. Okay, there it goes. Whew, shit. Where's my hat? I'm out here wrong and strong. Anyway, how y'all doing? It's Sunday. And y'all, excuse me, and I burped on camera. Lord Jesus, it's Sunday. And I got the straight backs. Anyway, what was I talking about? Discounting information, wisdom. Yeah, boom, boom. Humans ain't gonna give you nothing. They just gonna give you confirmation. But y'all are attracting to me. Here we go. Y'all are attracting to me because like attracts like. You know, so you know that I can give you some advice because you would probably do what I would do and I would probably do. And that's why I listen to y'all. Because y'all would probably do what I do and I do what you blah, blah. You know, that's why I listen to y'all. That's why you could tell me your videos are too long. Okay, I'll shorten them. Because you are my audience and I must appeal to you, so I must ask you what's appealing to you. I done did everything but dance for chicken. You know, what else I gotta do? Let me know. Let me know, and if it's not something stupid, ridiculous, I got you. I'm starting to do short form videos, you know, and in that respect, that's how you start conforming to societal expectations. Because I asked you guys, you're society. But you're the society I want to conform to. So this is the YouTube people you told me to check out. Well, dude, get off me and you ain't got to worry about me squashing you. You know, the YouTube family you guys told me to check out. You know, they probably got community feedback and they figured out, you know, this is what our community needs. This is what I can do to remain in my authenticity. And I have to just be okay with the slow road, which is you have to link with like-minded people. It's not the masses. The masses is mass appeal. I don't have mass appeal. I have mass appeal. What did the old girl say? Face card, don't decline. Don't let the straight backs fool you. But, you know, I don't have mass appeal. But if I'm building my tribe, I don't have mass appeal. But I've got to think there's got to be at least, in a world of billions of people, there's got to be at least 1 million of y'all, 2 million of y'all that I appeal to. But the road to that 2 million ain't going to look like somebody else's road to that 2 million. Because their appeal is different than mine. Their market is different than mine. So no matter how amazing and great I think that I am, and I think I'm pretty damn amazing and great, and there is a point in time where I would never say that out loud because it would come across as me being full of myself. Yes, I could either be full of shit or I could be full of myself, and I choose to be full of myself. That should be a t-shirt. I choose to be full of myself. And that's not conceit. Conceit is trumped up bravado. This is a lifetime of work. This is a lifetime of work. Knowingly since I was 15. Unintentionally my whole life. I've been process improving my whole life. Who is the process? Me. How can I improve this bit? How can I like her? Because at present I don't. Not present tense. Past tense, present. I didn't like her. How can I like her? It started out outward. Ain't that how we do? Boom. Ain't that how we do? It starts out outward. And if there's anybody on the live that doesn't know me, I'm Lonee Appleton. I am a healthy family advocate. I help you heal. And if you're here, let's assume I'm helping. It's time for me to post a video. I'm posting videos every 4 hours. I'm trying to get these gossip videos off. But those of you who don't know me, I'm Lonee Appleton. You could come on in, babe. I'm an author. That's my book, available on LoneeTaylorArt.com, link in bio. Here's my other book, urban fiction, with some swanky swang swang, bow chicka wow wow. It's one of those books, but it's gonna feed your soul too and teach you some stuff and give you some awareness, let you know what's going on out here. Also available at LoneeTaylorArt.com because I figured out how to link it. Yes, me and myself. Yes, pat me on the back because I'm going to celebrate me every chance I get. Every chance I get to know who the fuck I am, I'm going to do it. And y'all make sure y'all do it too. Let's not be out here under conceit. We need to be out here on the knowing. And I know who I am because I'm constantly working on myself. I'm constantly evaluating myself. And you know, so-and-so told me, everybody don't think like you. I was like, what? She's like, oops, I dropped my bowl. She was like, just because you're attracting people doesn't mean they think like you. I was like, damn, I thought I found people that think like me and that's why they relate to me. So now I have people that I can relate to. She's like, no, there's just something that you said or you did that appealed to them. But everybody doesn't think like you. So that means they followed you on the strength of that thing that you said or did. But maybe nothing else you said or did resonated with them. So they're a follower in number, but they're not a follower in, you know, what you're saying is continuously resonating with them. Those of you who are here, Pat, Simply Beauty, you know the crew, those of you who are consistently here, that means we probably think alike. Let me get to the real comments so I can see what y'all talking live action. I'll get back to the stuff. I resonate. Okay, cool. Pat, is that you? I never looked at your last name, but I don't see no yellow skirt. Told y'all change y'all's avies and I'll be so lost. Thank you for the love, y'all. What's that number say? Let me put it against the brown so I can see. 1.3. Ah, you changed on me. That's all right, sis. You PL. I won't forget it. Miss, I can't see. Latrice. Miss Latrice. How you doing? How you doing, friend? The one and only, yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to continue to work to improve ourselves. We're going to continue to work to know thyself. We are going to stop looking outward. Boom. That's one of my last points. This is what I call the Lonee Roller Coaster, which means hang on. We on our way. And we're going to start over here. And we're going to end up over there. And hopefully we circle back to some loop-de-loops. If you ever find something interesting, when I say, what was I talking about? Have that on copy. How you doing? Have it on copy and paste so that we could pick back up where I left off because I be forgetting. Or maybe I should just have, I don't know. But my self-healing journey started with me wanting to be liked by people, which means I started healing myself from the outside world. How did the outside world perceive me? Because if I can fix how the outside world perceives me, I'll have friends. And so, but the thing is, if you're like me, no matter how perfect your walk is, you're not going to have friends. You know, something I realized, every single woman who has come to me and said they'll be a mentor, never really mentored me. Never. We would sit down at lunch and how's things and how's the kid and da-da-da. You know, my kids are good, my husband. Very topical. Very topical. Especially now how deep I know we can dive. Like I dive deep. Now that I know how deep we can dive, to see the people who assigned themselves the role of mentor in my life didn't mentor me at all. Didn't mentor me on any of the L's, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, none of the Lee's. And did not mentor me in the role that I was seeking. Like, you didn't set me up for success on any level. Yeah, you call yourself a mentor. Yet you stand at podiums, because I walked up to these women after they've given speeches about being this thing. I've walked up to these women. I said, do you mind mentoring me? You inspire me, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But then when we link up, ain't no mentoring going down. Not when I know what mentoring is. I literally am mentoring. I am literally demonstrating possibilities. A new way of thinking, a new way of living, a new way of being. And it's not for everybody. But what I'm saying is, now that I know what a mentor can be, I'm like, damn, them chicks left me out there. They did just enough to be able to stand at a podium and call themselves a mentor. How little of myself must I give in order to retain this title? Moms, I'm talking to you because I'm always going to grow you first. So you think I'm picking on you? I think I'm growing you. How little must I give in order to retain this title? Some of y'all are out here being a mother by the skin of y'all's teeth. Some of y'all like Blueface's mama. Yeah, I heard the text that the brother sent, or the post that the brother made. Woo-wee. Like I said, every woman ain't a woman. Every human ain't a human. Some of y'all some slugs in a form. And she might be, if I were to believe Zed gossip. And let's just run with the gossip real quick. She may be a saint and they just running her because, she made rice instead of potatoes. She messed up the starch. And now I got a problem with the bit. Might be. But let's run with the fact that she's who they say she is. She is one which she said, I'm going to be a mother in the least involved way possible. I'm actually going to cause you trauma intentionally. Most of us cause trauma accidentally. We may know we're doing trauma-causing actions because we are traumatized. But we think we're not causing the same trauma that was caused to us because we're not doing what was done to us, but we are aware that what we do causes trauma. To say you are unaware, you are lying. It is a daily balance. See, I can read your little quick blurbs, but when y'all write the books, that's got to be for the community because y'all know, one, I can't see, and two, I got to stay focused. If I lose focus, then I start telling another story like I'm going to start now because I done damn forgot. So it's hard, especially if you're an active mother. I recently became an active mother. I thought I was an active mother until I realized what an active mother is. Just like I thought I had mentors until I just realized what a mentor is. We don't know what we don't have until we see something different. I did not know there were good men out there until I met my husband. I was like, yo, this is how I could be treated? What? They ain't lying on you? Sneaking out on you? You ain't running me? You ain't telling me to shut up? Oh, man. I ain't never going back to the ghetto. I'd have made it to the suburbs. But I didn't know the suburbs were available. I remember we took these kids, I'm going to remember the suburbs, but I remember he took these kids on this field trip, and we got on the freeway. And when I tell you some of those kids were looking out the window because they'd never been on the freeway before. So it is quite possible for you to know that the suburbs do not exist, but the hood exists. So when I found out the suburbs exist, i.e. my husband, irregardless of his flaws, I got flaws too. Everybody's like, he's a narcissist. So am I. We're all a little narcissistic if you think about it, but you know, sips tea, mind's my business. You know, so once I realized what was available to me, I can never go backwards. That's why you know your worth up front. That's why you acknowledge that your children are setting their standard of care instructions up on the playground, when they're making their first friendships. And even worse, their first friendships, you don't know what you don't know. Even worse, their first friendships are forced friendships, i.e., me and my best friend were pregnant at the same time, 11 days apart, and they were best friends. They don't know each other. They don't get to see each other's personality. They don't get to see if they mesh. They don't get to see nothing. Damn it, I gotta dress just like this person just because y'all motherfuckers got pregnant at the same time? This what we doing? We gotta do pictures every month. We gotta recreate this picture every year. You know, so we don't even get to choose our friends sometimes. And then when we get to school, they're all proximity friends. So it's like, well, she's in my class. She's the only black girl at the school. How many only black girl friends y'all got? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever your nationality is. Because we gonna link up. Hooty hoo! We all saw the hat go up in the air. We knew that was the bat signal. You know, so our friends are simply who is around. And so we accept them for who they are because we're taught to accept people for who they are. That just teaches you not to have any expectations and standards because you just accept people for who they are. I'm not accepting you for who you are. And if you can't accept that, then go find somebody who will. And if you think I'm being full of myself because I'm not just taking whatever you give me, then damn it, I'm full of myself. It's either be foolish or be full of myself, and I choose to be full of myself. You know, so we probably didn't even choose our first friends. We thought we did because they were the choice. Now, here on this internet, we can choose who our friends are. But we don't even know, we don't even identify each other as friends because we're so used to proximity friends. We're proximity friends too. We both had to be on TikTok in order to find each other, right? But the difference is, you could have chose anyone. But you chose me. And I'm not saying friends in whatever definition you have friends, but we linked up for a reason. You chose. And look, I got 12,000 followers. There's plenty of people who comment on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? But there's some of y'all who I remember. I'm like, Pat, did you change your profile picture on me? That you, Pat? Man, when Coco, I'm going to say names because this happened here on live, so it's not a private conversation. When Coco went from, and why the hell I ever talked to Coco is beyond me. Coco was one of them, like, pre-programmed, like, fluffy emoji little situations. She wasn't even a real person. But this little thing kept commenting on my videos. And so, you know, I used to go and watch everybody's videos. I don't have time to do that anymore. And I receive that. In the beginning, I felt like I was breaking a promise that I made. And I have to keep telling myself, Lonnie, this is the internet. Relax. You know, but I feel there's something more here. If I'm building community, it can't be surface. I have to be a woman of my word. Why would you want to be in a community with someone who's not? But I think there's this is the internet piece. You know what I'm saying? And so this is the internet. I think we can agree that times are going to come. Oh, of course. I try. Especially if you guys are gang and you're constantly showing up. I try to go and be there for you guys like you guys are there for me. Because that's what it's about. You know, I was just like, I'm doing these sister support network videos. And I'm like, yo, at the very least, go tell sis good job. Give her a follow. because we're all out here trying to express ourselves creatively. But if you're creative, you're inherently, look at me. We try to hide that, you know. Oh, I'm not a pick me, I'm not a look at me. Remember the pendulum. It swings both ways. In the healthy spectrum, why don't you want people to pay you attention? We're supposed to be here. Notice me, shit. How sad and lonely is it when no one pays you attention? And your last resort was to go to the internet and they still ignored you there. That's a tough pill to swallow. Your last resort is to go to the internet where everybody can make a friend on the goddamn internet. And they reject you there too. Damn. That's some stuff. But anyway, I remember what I was talking about. It is sad. You know, these babies out here just looking for a connection and they can't find it nowhere. Everybody is just looking for a friend. I'm looking for a friend. I'm looking for you. Y'all knew I wasn't going to let that one pass. I went through a whole bunch of friend songs and that one popped in. I was like, oh, that one is chef's kiss. So anyway, I done ran out of something to talk about. Let me read the comments. Girl, it's sad. It is. Thank you. Of course, sister support. Y'all think I just be saying and I be for real, for real. I have been tasked in this lifetime to unite black women. Women in general, but I'm look out for mine first. That's not exclusionary. That's who gonna look out for me but me. I can't expect you to look out for me, but I can look out for me. And you want me to feel bad because I'm gonna look out for me first, which means who do I see my reflection in? Other black women. Not other black men, other black women. Y'all gender how you want to. This isn't exclusionary. So I'm going to save myself first. But the beautiful thing about that's why I was born a black woman. Reason number 532 ABC that I was born a black woman. Because I am the creator. I am the mother of this earth. So if I was to save somebody, wouldn't it be a black woman? Because after I save her, y'all all saved. So y'all better be happy that my mission in this lifetime is to save the black woman. Because if I save her, we all save. Because Lord knows if the black woman goes down, this world going down in the current state. If the black woman stopped black womaning right now, if I just stopped black womaning, if every black woman stopped black womaning, this world would crumble. Y'all ain't ready for that? If y'all want to tear us down and beat us down, the difference between tearing down and pulling someone down and pointing out areas of improvement, if you don't know the difference, my content's not for you. But my merch is LoneeTaylorArt.com. Pick up your sister support tumbler today. But those of you who understand what's going on, I love that you're on the same journey. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful that we are all having this awakening at the same time so we can help each other. Because there's things that you don't know that I know, and there's things that I know that you don't know. And if we trust each other enough to lean on each other, that's why you better tell it. That's why I'm building sisterhood. That's why I'm pushing for unity in the community. I forgot. I was too busy looking for the words. God damn it. Sometimes my showboating get in the way. Goddamn Jesse Jackson looking ass. Black women must come together because we are the power source, and as long as we keep hating on each other, we ain't ever gonna power up. We can never be the freaking Avengers. What did I say? I forgot. Black women are the Avengers. Oh, damn it, my finger got stuck. Y'all, this trigger finger is a bit. Don't get old. I don't even know if this is old. Don't let the people know. Remember, we determined. I don't know. Don't let the people know. Remember, we determined. I don't know if you were on the live, but we determined we got to stop telling people my ideas, because I just be telling the world and then they be taking it right up from underneath me. They took Build-A-Bear right up from underneath me. I'm still bitter. Rage rooms right up from underneath me. I didn't have so many ideas, but I didn't have the resources. So do you not understand how excited I am? Because in a small way, I kind of got the resources now. I may not have the money, but I'm still able to connect with you all. Is this my... Oh, Jesus. I told Dre, next lump sum we get, I need to get my eyes checked, 'cause I'm tired of being blind. I done developed... Oh, shit. Well, it's on the live. We'll figure it out. Because I said make what a t-shirt, and so I'll just watch back, and then we'll figure it out. I think I made a couple of t-shirts in this live. I've made a couple of t-shirts. You know, the gifts keep giving. The gifts keep giving. But I said I'm fighting to unite black women. It was a realization that is very necessary, so I'm going to fight my way back. I'm going to work my way back. I'm going to receive it. I just got to ramble aimlessly until I do. I said that I was going to unite black women. And why was I uniting black women? Because I understand we're the most powerful beings walking this earth. We're the mothers. Together we rise. And that's why the fight is to keep us. This ain't the point, but this is the point. That's why they fight so hard, to keep us divided and to keep us fighting at each other. You know, they keep us divided and fighting at each other in the playground. Back to the playground. They got us fighting and divided on the playground. Y'all complaining or not complaining. Can I scratch that off the record? Because I don't want to offend nobody. But you all are acknowledging your hurt comes from a place. See? Y'all can hold me accountable if you want to, when I just evolved right in your faces. I discounted your pain because I got pain too. I can't acknowledge your hurt because you're the perpetrator of my hurt. That was tip jar worthy. Lonee Appleton is my cash app. I can't acknowledge your pain because I'm too trapped in my own pain. Which means when dark-skinned women talk about their fights being dark-skinned women, I'm like... And I can't even say anything because I'm the minority. Or I'm the... It's the same thing like with the white people. The white people can't say nothing to black people because our oppression or our issues and our everything is 50 times worse than theirs. So you don't get to say nothing. But that's unfair. Why aren't they allowed to express their distress? 2 bars in 1. Why aren't they allowed to express their distress? And I know, hey Carby, I know their pain because I'm not allowed to express my distress as a light-skinned woman. I'm not, you already, boom, boom. I'm not allowed to acknowledge that the struggle is real for me. I'm not allowed to acknowledge that I was dragged for being light-skinned by my own sister, who is dark-skinned. She called me piss color. I said she was duty ball color, so you know, but I only duty balled her because she pissed me. If she wouldn't have pissed me, I wouldn't have duty balled. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hateful person. Like Jess J said, if y'all don't follow Jess J, she's dope. She's an ally, but she don't call herself an ally because somebody said allies don't call themselves allies. Did you give me a gummy bear? You know I can't read, sis, but thank you for the green thing. You know, I forgot what Jess J said, but she's dope as hell and you should check her out. But what I'm saying is, you know, my biggest tormentors were my own. And I'm sure your biggest tormentors were your own. Unless you grew up in a predominantly somewhere else and your own couldn't get to you. But if your own could get to you, your biggest tormentors were your own. Because it's designed from birth for us to be enemies. Because if black women united, the power we would ignite. That's 3. The power we would ignite. Ooh, with the sound effects. The power we would ignite if we united, like, it's crazy. The possibilities. And that's why I am advocating. I told you I was going to come back to it. That's why I'm advocating for unification of Black women. Because I have known since I was a child. And like I said, maybe you hurting me isn't hurting me because you're hurting me. Maybe it's hurting me because you Black girl, you Black woman, you're hurting me? Your sister? Nah, not me. Yeah, we be hurting each other. That was a beautiful piece of Lonnie scripture right there. If I must say so myself. I just want you to hit your goal and make me happy, friend. Thank you. See? That's sisterly love. You don't know me. Like, for real, you don't know me, but you want to see me win. Why? Because you know me. That's how it's supposed to be. Exactly. We supposed to be out here looking out for each other. We supposed to be doing all the things for each other. We think it's some secret competition. We gotta keep each other down. Yeah, your friend's joy brings you joy. Same. You know, we see our friends winning and we get jealous. One young lady I met on here, she was telling me about her relationship with her husband. And I'm not sure if I talked about this on a live, but I'm going to talk about it again. She was telling me about her relationship with her husband. I was like, most people would listen to this. I'm going to tell you the 3 ways that someone will respond to this conversation about you and your happy-ass husband. And your perfect communication. That's one of the ways they will respond. Sarcastically, because they're jealous. But they don't want to admit that they're jealous, so it's going to manifest, you know. But that's just jealousy, making jokes. You know, they're going to get jealous, they're going to get bitter, they're going to hate, they're going to stop talking to you. They're going to see you as competition. Because only one woman can be happy in her relationship. Only one woman can have this shit figured out. We both can't. There ain't enough room for all that. I know there's millions or maybe billions of Black females walking this earth, but there's only room for one. So they see you as competition. But the 3rd way I identified is what I experienced was, I was like, yo, you communicate with your husband like that? So that shit's possible? Boom, Trey, we going into 30 days of active communication. When you get home for work, 30 minutes are going to be committed to us just sitting and staring at each other. And the first time, you know, I asked him to change communicationally, he was like, what's wrong with how I talk to you? What's wrong with how I talk to you? He knows. And I was like, you know, nothing. I just think you could talk to me better. I don't talk to you stupid. I was like, you don't. But I think you could talk to me better. I could talk to you better. And I did. I started talking to him better. And, you know, it got to a point where Dre was like, I don't even know who you are. I don't know how to talk to you anymore. I was like, I guess you better figure out how to talk to me, huh? That's the only solution, because you're not going to talk to me how you used to talk to me. And I'm not going back to talking how we used to talk. So you have to figure out how to talk to me now, which he has. It's a beautiful thing. But sis showed up with her beautiful communication with her husband. And I was like, damn, that's beautiful. I didn't even know that was possible. But you being able to create that in your home, how'd you do it? And some sisters won't even tell you where they got their outfit from, let alone how they turned their marriage around. Gonna keep that tight. I don't know why I can't tell another sis how to win. I don't know why. I can. Literally, I'm on here doing it. But I don't know why other black women can't tell another black woman how to win. If you figure out the formula, look, I messaged my girl from back in my VIP kid days because her son did a TED Talk. And I was like, yo, can you tell me how to do a TED Talk? And, you know, she's got some stuff going on in her life, but she finally messaged me back. And I was like, look, I send messages out. Whoever get them, whoever say, whatever happens. I used to put expectations on them. And I know that's the opposite of manifestation. But you put intentions on it, then you set yourself up for disappointment. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. But on the other side, just universal flow, you just go with the flow without expectation. Outcome is outcome, whatever it is. And as long as you're going with the flow, you don't experience disappointment because you didn't expect any outcome. You know, so I sent him a little message. She took a couple of days. And I was like, nah, sis ain't gonna play me because sis been down since the get down. She's an A1 from day one. Like, when I first got in these internet streets making friends, she's one of the first ones. She ain't gonna play me. She ain't went Hollywood on me. And so she messaged me back. And she was like, yo, I got all this going on. She was like, my kids are in town, you know, so I'm enjoying this time. I was like, I'm all about the family bond, sis. Go get that time in with your kids. You know what I'm saying? But she hit me back and she was like, yo, I got you when I get back. And I was like, and I'm here. TED Talk's gonna be there. If it's meant for me, it's for me, regardless. If it's meant for you, it's for you. No one can stop. When you were moving in spirit, when you were moving in divinity, when you were doing what you're supposed to do, can't stop, won't stop. Nobody's going to get in your way. So stop getting mad at people. Carby, I value what you're typing, but if it's for me, I'm not ignoring you. You know, I'm just going off. I know there's an element where you guys came here to listen, and there's an element where you guys came here to communicate, and I'm trying to find a balance. I don't want to ignore you, my friend. So let's see what you talking about. Can you see my comment changed the goal to 20 roses? What happened? Oh, you changed my goal? I didn't even know I had a goal. Thank you, friend. You're so powerful. Sis asked for help with the streams and everything. It's support. Man, you doing taught me. I'm teaching another one. I teach one. Yeah, if she has goals like 3 a stream completed, it pushes it as well as the likes. You better educate us. Look, I'm over here reading your comments like this. You know I don't know how to use no live. You better educate us. This is sister support right here. We don't know nothing about this. This is why I filmed that video where I was like, what else do y'all want from me? Do you want my blood? What do you want from me? I've given you everything, and I can't even get you to like my videos. I can't get you to share my videos. Can't get you to comment on my videos. I got 200 views. I should have 200 likes and 200 shares and 200 comments. Especially since the majority of my views are from followers. But I came to realize some of us don't know how to use social media. And I got a beautiful video for that, so I'm not going to ruin it here. But just know, I understand that some of us don't know how to use social media. I just learned how to use social media. I'm just used to scrolling. I didn't know I was supposed to like, comment, and share. What the hell? This is a job. Yeah, this is a job. When that guy or that gal, whoever's not in the community, told me I sound like I'm entitled because I'm asking why this content's not going viral, why there's not 1 million people sitting in this live right now, I don't know. Not because I'm fooling myself, but because this information needs to get out. If you're not in the community, don't speak on the community because you don't know what the community is about. You don't know what we got going on over here. This is something going on. So when I asked that question, those who that question was for knew how to answer it. And they did. But when they said I sound entitled, I was like, let me tell you what entitled is. For this 3-minute video you're sitting through to criticize, it took me 6 hours. It took me costume changes. It took me sitting up and writing a treatment. It took me laying in my bed to have a vision. It took me daring to dream for this 3-minute video. Who's entitled? Who is taking something for nothing? And all I ask for is a like, a comment, and a share. Like, what else do you want from me? I just entertained you. I just fed you. You will pay what for Beyonce tickets? She's worth it. So what do I need to do to be worth it? What do I need to do to be worth it? Carby already said you do enough, sis. Here go the gummy bears and the hearts and the flowers and I done switched your goal to 20 and all kinds of other stuff. Carby said you're worth it. Everyone who has supported the community, you have let me know that I'm worth it. Those of you who come and sit on these lives with me, comment in the chats and building these relationships and bonding with other sisters, you are letting me know I'm worth it because it is my vision and my dream. So when sis is like, will you be disappointed if it's not big? Because I told her, I was like, there's plenty of people who think they came to this earth to save the world or whatever. And they end up in the breaking down community centers. I don't want to be that visionary. My vision supports my family for generations to come. Like y'all pass these, that old white lady video around, no disrespect, I just don't know her name, but if I say the old white lady, you probably know who I'm talking about with the curly hair, the curly white hair, and she's always into little knitted sweaters. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Is her name Patricia? I don't know what that woman's name. But anyway, y'all share her videos. Y'all gonna share my videos too. I just gotta figure out how to package those said videos. But guess what? Y'all take her 45-minute talks and break them down into sound bites. So who am I really conforming for? Those who want to marginalize me and shrink me? Because those who accept me receive me. She said her namesakes are always old white ladies. I don't know what that lady's name is, so don't quote me. But Patricia pops in my head. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to do the book club starting September 15th. I will make the video September 1st. Our first book is going to be What's the Best That Can Happen? Available on Amazon. Make sure that the seller is Lonnie Taylor. Or you could just go to my link in my bio. And it's funny, I've had these books and I've started book clubs because I remember I started the Smart Girls book club because I wanted to read like historic stuff. I read about Hitler. That was my first book and nobody wanted to read that book. Just because someone, this is racism. Nobody wanted to know about Hitler because he was a bad guy. So no matter what, I don't want to know nothing about him. Nope, I don't want to know. I don't care. Insert race. You have a preconceived notion, or you may have had an experience with a black person, but you have a preconceived notion that this is what black people are. And when your child or whoever comes to you and they're like, but Bobby's different. No, that's not a black name. Jaquan. But Jaquan is different. And your dad's Bob. Dad Bob. He's like, I don't care. You better not bring that to my house. Sandy doesn't care about Jaquan really. If she did, she wouldn't bring that to her daddy's house. Oh, I care about you so much. I'm going to bring you to the place where you're probably going to get because, I care about you so much. Jaquan, use your brain. If she tells you that her daddy is a racist and he hates your kind, don't go to that girl's house. I'm not victim blaming. I'm just saying. Use that noggin of yours. Case in point, Jaquan off the table, Karen on the table, my stepmother. We were in Florida and we were going to go to Disney World. We did go to Disney World, but we were in Florida and she was going to pick up her 2 sons so we could all go to Disney World. Karen was white. Very important point. I'm black. And my sister's blacker. You guys are going to take that sound bite. I'm just joking. It was a good joke. I'm a comedian too. I can say offensive things because I'm a comedian too. So I get to say ridiculous stuff too. But anyway, I'm saying my sister's dark skinned, so in the dead of night, you might not know what I am because I'm bright. I think I barred 4 times.
Sorry, do you have colored paper?
You have to go look in the drawer. I know I have pink cardstock. And then I bought colored paper, but I'm not sure. And so my sister's complexion is relevant because she goes to go pick up her sons at night. And this is back when the rental with cars in general, but the rental cars had 2 keys. They had a key for the ignition and a key for the trunk. Another important point. So we go and we pull up to the trailer. Another important point. You got the nerve to be superior living in a trailer? Nigga, at least I got a solid home. And I'm not talking about trailer. Yes, I still have elitist money, whatever. All I'm saying is you got the nerve to hate me because of the color of my skin and you live in a trailer. You think your color of your skin makes you better than me. And I'm not saying this is nothing against people that live in a trailer. My grandma lived in a trailer. But she also owned half the damn block, and that's why she lived in a trailer. Actually, she owned half of fucking Phoenix. I shouldn't say that. I always said I would stop talking about her. But anyway, it was relevant. But she lived in a trailer. So I'm not saying anything about that. What I'm saying is people who are barely even alive, whatever that looks like, people who are barely even alive got the nerve to think they're better than someone simply because of the color of their skin. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, pull up to the trailer. Our 2 little sons run out. They're happy to see Karen. Mom! They run up to mom. Arms wide open. Give her a hug. They ain't seen her in some years or whatever. I don't know what Karen does in her downtime. She may have went to go visit her kids every month. I don't know what grown folks do. We lived in a generation where grown folks were over there and kids were over there. So who knows what Karen did. But I was under the assumption that she had not seen her children in a long time. And I can't even say at what point did I know that Karen had kids. Damn. But I don't remember half of my childhood, so I don't know if that's trustworthy. I sometimes feel that something traumatic happened to me because I don't remember half my childhood. Well, yeah, my whole childhood was trauma. That might be why I blacked it out. Anyway, kids get ready to get in the car. Dad comes outside, and he sees me and my sister's black asses in the black back seat. And I bleeped that out because I don't want to get in trouble. I done said some pretty offensive stuff tonight. I might as well say black ass. They saw our black asses in the back seat. Or he, not they. If we're going non-binary, it don't matter. He saw us in the back seat, and I told you not to bring them to my house. Nigga, it's a trailer. I'm sitting in the back seat. I'm not allowed. Coco said I can't say I ain't shit no more. I don't like saying I ain't shit. Can I at least say it one last time tonight? I ain't shit, so I'm in the back seat like, nigga, it's a trailer. we're not at your house. We're at your home, but we're not at your house. You want to come for me because of the color of my skin. I'm not the one to come for. Because I can use my mouth for good. T-shirt available at LoneeTaylorArt.com and speak life. Or I can have the tongue of a serpent and make you go find a bridge in the middle of the desert. What we doing? I choose to use it for good, but at this time I chose to use it. I need some more libations. But anyway, he's like, I'm going inside. No. First, because he walked over to the boom. She was putting the boys' bags in the trunk, and the two boys had already gotten in the car. And so the oldest was in the front seat, the other was in the back seat. My sister was on this side, and old boy was on this side, and I was in the middle, and Karen was in the back. And I remember looking back there, and that nigga had her yoked up by the neck. Had her. I was like, Lord Jesus, I'm in the back seat in the middle of a domestic situation. And I'm just like wide-eyed, because this is the first time I've seen a man put his hands on a woman, but it wasn't the last. And she breaks the key in the trunk. Oh, hey, Z, how you doing? And so he's like, I'm going inside to get my shotgun. Boys, get out that fucking car. Get away from them. I told you not to bring the baby to my house. And he goes and runs in his trailer. And Karen's all frantic. And she goes and hey, how you doing? Goes and she, fumbling with the key. I fumble with the key. Have you ever been so scared for your life that you cannot get your capacities together? That is an experience. That is an experience. To be so scared that you can't work the doorknob. Now, how about the person who makes you so scared that you can't work the doorknob is your father? Babe, will you do me a solid and talk to the people while I go to the bathroom? Just say hi, my name is Andre, so they don't have to look at the ceiling fan. Talk to the man. Y'all want to talk to him? You got him for a second?
I don't know what the hell wrong with her. She tripping.
I gotta pee.
I don't know how to talk to them. They
Just say hi. You talk to him all the time when you sweating on the goddamn Peloton.
Hello.
So talk about lemon water.
I'm talking about lemon water. Everybody know about lemon water. I'm good. How y'all doing? This girl crazy as hell. I'm playing Monopoly. Anybody out there play Monopoly? You got, I need, let's see. I need Say Cuddle. So if you got that, let me know. Doing good, that's great. God damn it. Oh, sorry, you can't say that on here, huh? You gotta hurry up. She better wash her hands, too.
Dre.
What?
I just peed like Michael.
You
the world's longest stream.
You'll still be doing it.
You say what?
You'll still be doing it if it was Michael.
Nah, man. That was a long one for me.
No, it's on the phone. You gotta play it on the phone. It's a digital game. Let me show you how it looks. It's crazy.
Who you calling crazy? I gotta get me some water too. Hey, you wanna do the laundry or you gonna do the laundry? I think I asked you twice.
What are you talking about?
We gotta keep the laundry going now that we got a washing machine. So you gonna keep talking to them and you gonna get the laundry.
See, this how it looks. Like this.
You teaching them about Monopoly?
It's the digital Monopoly, and you get to attack people and do all kind of dumb shit.
We billionaires in Monopoly's world.
Yeah, I got a couple of billies. Here you go, huh?
A Billy. Sorry, y'all. Doesn't he look like you're cruising for a bruising? Grease Lightning. He does look like Grease Lightning. Grease Lightning, go, Grease Lightning. Don't he look like? He does look like a T-Bird. Alright, so yeah, let me get back into character. Y'all gonna see a lot more of my characters because that is part of my conforming well, no, it's not conforming. It's just me coming more into myself. It's me refining the content. Remember, I got on here as packaging my family moments to me just coming on here looking like this. This is how it all started. So I understand to a degree, especially on the platform that I'm choosing to be on, the expectations for this space isn't for other spaces. Like, it's crazy. The same humans. Check this out, y'all. This is how in the mind they got y'all and y'all don't even realize it. I cut myself. It hurts. My hands always hurt though, so I don't know. I can't identify the pain. It's just they're just painful. Like, if something had to be attacked in your body, what would it be? Because I'm not thinking anywhere is going to be comfortable, but my hands? You had to come for my hands? Shit. I need these motherfuckers. And then me holding this damn phone. Let me put it on a stand, because that's my problem. My pinky is swollen now because I rest my phone on my pinky. So let me just go and do this real quick. Yo, there's these boys in Africa. I think they're in Uganda. And they be dancing on live. Somebody shared them with me. I can't remember who. It was Carby. Carby, did you share them with me? Man, they be going off. Yes, and they just smiling. Is it required if you're dancing in Africa to smile? Like, is that a part of it? Because we be like, in America, you know, when we dancing. See, y'all should have kept me sitting down. We be mugging in America, but they smiling in Africa. Like, that's a cultural thing. I was clowning in the beginning, but I'm serious. We don't smile unless you're a competitive cheerleader. Not if you a black squad. We can't even smile if we cheering. We like, nah, we ain't doing that. We about to black this out. We don't smile in our community. You weak if you smile. Anyway, back to the white racists. White racist. We're sitting in the back seat. He yokes her up and says, get out the car, get in the house. And then he's like, I'm gonna go get my shotgun, and if you're still out here, I'm blowing you and your heads off. And I was like, yo, Karen, you better figure that key situation out real quick, because I like having a head. So Karen figures out the little real quick, pulls off, goes directly to the police station. Mind you, Karen's a white woman, and she's beat red around her neck with this man. I remember this was stained in my brain. And she has the handprints around her neck. And I'm still a child. But I swear for Lord, the police told her something in the respect that there's nothing they could do about it. And that was the first time that I saw a woman, can I say that, I can't even bleep out words, adult with the S. That was the first time I saw a woman adulted and it was dismissed. I was having a conversation with Dre. And he was like, ain't no way there's this many women out there who have been essayed. And I was like, you'd be surprised how many women out there. I was like, probably 90%. He was like, nah, the number can't be that high. I was like, how many men do you think are walking around saying, yeah, last night? How many are walking around saying that? The 80s and 90s were different. Yeah, the 2000s were too. If we're talking about just taking it, Mine was took many a times. The first time was in 95. By little boys I went to school with. That's the only time it happened in those circumstances, but there have been many a times that it was either comply or get taken. I remember I was in Dallas. I went out with this guy and I knew it was predatory from up front. First of all, what's the word? Suspicious, clocking. My senses is going up. Soon as you pull out a credit card, and this is the life I live. Now, if you pull out a credit card, you pull out a credit card. You in credit card debt too? Welcome to the club. Yeah, you know. But the world that I was living in then, and that speaks to elevation, because why would I even be around somebody that would be doing credit card scams? Ill. But there was a time. This is why. There's another, see? There's so many meanings in this pillow, and you too can get yours at LoneeTaylorArt.com. Know your worth. Your worth is ever evolutionary. At the time, if you pulled out a credit card or you pulled out a checkbook, I'm side-eyeing you because I know the scams. You know what I'm saying? And so I knew it was a setup, but I want to go back to the pillow because I needed to buy the pillow. So I'm going to tell you the worth of the pillow. Know your worth. At the time, I associated with people that if they pulled out a checkbook or a credit card, I thought it was a scam. Now, I added tax, which means I elevated my worth. I gained a new perspective, became a new person, yada, yada, boom, boom. However it happened, it happened. I probably shared how it happened and what's the best that can happen. Also available at LoneeTaylorArt.com. Get yours for the book club starting September 15th. But I elevated, and now I know my worth now. So it's okay to know your worth now. It's important to know your worth now. And if you don't know your worth, just look around you. Whatever's happening in your life, you're allowing it because you identified your worth. September 15th is on, sis. And we will discuss on live the next day. So we got to figure out a book club time. If we're going with 4 tomorrow, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're going with 4 tomorrow because my kids will be home and settled. We're going to figure out the right time for our book club. But you know, constantly elevating and know your worth. Constantly elevating and knowing your worth. You will never know your worth because you're always trying to get your worth. You're constantly adding tax. Always, 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 always. Why do you always add tax? Because you're constantly leveling up. And you can level up your pillow game at LoneeTaylorArt.com. But yeah, the numbers are bad. The numbers are bad. And why is it that way? Why do boys and men feel so entitled if we want to talk about entitlement? I am not entitled expecting my content to go viral. That's not entitlement. That's understanding the importance of the assignment. If I was a pastor in a pulpit, you would fully understand what I'm saying, but you are programmed to believe that what I'm saying cannot be what I'm saying it is because I am not. Ooh, yeah. Is that what it's going to take? You need me to. Is that what it's going to take? Because I could do that. I've done that for free. I could sure do that for a tip in my jar. What's it going to take? So for me to know what my calling is and my purpose is in this lifetime, that's not entitled. A man or a boy thinking they can take whatever they want from a young lady and her word means nothing. That's entitlement. So we need to really check our definition. Because they're getting away with that. And you're trying to check me for asking for a heart a comment, and a share. That's entitlement. Okay. So yeah, that's the end of... Yo, no, I'm not gonna tell that story. That's the end of the story in Florida. We went to Disney World with my stepmother's nephew. Anyway, he was annoying and he made that trip terrible. And her mom lived in a trailer too. They all lived in trailers. It's probably why she ended up with the trailer guy. Proximity, right? If you've been here, you know what I'm talking about. If you watch my videos, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not a member of the community, you should become a member of the community, so then you know what I'm talking about. You know, but we were staying at her mom's, and we had to drink the water from the faucet. That was the most nastiest stuff I've ever drank. And knowing how waters work in trailers, I'm kind of wondering what I was drinking at this point. No wonder I'm so weird. But yeah, that water, I can still taste the water. You ever have an experience in your life, and that's how trauma works. For your parents to sit here and say, I didn't do nothing, that ain't my fault. I watched the video, and I mean, she was spitting her facts. I'm going to give it to her because I have told myself to stop looking for competition, to stop looking for problems. It's like the same stuff I'm saying it because I'm dealing with it. But I don't realize I'm dealing with it until I'm confronted with it. So I'm looking at all these different people and I'm comparing. Yes, I'm comparing them to me. And how would I say this? Yeah. So is comparison healthy? Oh, I think I finished that. Is comparison healthy, y'all? What y'all think? I think there's a good and a bad side to everything. Did I tell y'all we finally got a washing machine? What are we doing with the washing? The laundry?
You washing clothes?
I know, but that load is finished. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. What song is that, babe? Neither do I, but it popped in my head. My knees hurt. I shouldn't have tried to dance. Man, I posted a video where I'm dancing and I dropped down. I'm not saying the get up was good, but I can't drop down and I can't. Drake's like, why'd you plop down on the chair like that? Because my knees give out. The lump sum after the lump sum. I'm gonna give me some new knees. When y'all see me down there going, when y'all see me getting like that, y'all know I got me some new knees. I don't think it's healthy to compare where you're going with another person's destination. Because someone's finished and you're in process. But how do you know when you've made your destination, though? That was what I was questioning. Gone PL. Gone Pat. Keep the conversation going. You know, that's what I was questioning. I was just like, how do I know that I haven't already made it to my destination? How do I know to keep going? Maybe I've achieved. Will the hunger stop? Because someone was saying, you know, FOMO. Y'all know what it means. I had to Google it. Fear of missing out. She's like, that sounds like FOMO. I was like, no. I just have accepted, and I've said this, I believe, on lives before. Look, I was given this vision in my childhood, which means that's a very long time for it to come to fruition. If it's coming to fruition, we don't know. I don't know. I believe that it is, but there's been times in my past where I was just like, this is it. I literally have written 2 books, you know, and every time I wrote those books, I was like, this is it. Every time I put a piece of content out here, like, I had an online talk show, I had an online radio show, I had a blog, I've had all these different things, you know, I'm putting all this stuff out, trying to unify and bring people together, specifically Black women. Yo, but how can I not know this is blessed when I came in 2 weeks before the Black Girl Follow train? Okay, check me. Thank you. Boom. This is blessed. Why? Because I came in to unify black women. 2 weeks later, I found out about the Black Girl Follow train. My friend who is mixed came into our chat on Facebook and was like, girl, did you hear about the Black Girl Follow train? Now, mind you, she stays up on all the trends. She has her own TikTok. I'll have to introduce you to her one day. I don't even know how to even start telling you what her TikTok is. But anyway, she's like, girl, did you hear about the Black Girl Follow train? I was like, nah. Oh, but so the point I wanted to make is she knows all the trends, but she doesn't come tell me all the trends. But she came and told me this trend. So pay attention to that. We get mad because people don't tell us all their business, but we need to pay attention to the business that they do tell us. Especially if you are aligning yourself with the people you need to be aligned with. If you are aligning yourself with the people you need to be aligned with, when they speak, you should listen. Because they're teaching you even though they don't know they're teaching you. Why? Because you surround yourself with teachers. You surround yourself with like-minded individuals. No, you don't surround yourself with people who think just like you. You surround yourself with people who challenge you, but they challenge you because you see yourself. Those of you who understand that know what I just said. How can I be more of me? The kicker is who inspired me. All of you inspire me bits and pieces. I don't inspire you wholly. If I inspire you wholly, you are looking at me. You are looking at the spirit. And that's superficial and that's not healthy. But if you see a part of me, if you relate to a part of me, like when we're like, oh my God, what do you love about so-and-so? Everything. That's superficial. You haven't identified anything. You just saw a shiny object. You're easily distracted because another shiny object can be your next item of worship. This is idolatry when you look at a person as the answer. God has been giving me this one like these past couple of days. Stop looking for the answer from men, not gender, humans. Humans are confirmation, which means you've done whatever your practices are privately. If it's private, it might be public. I don't know what your practices are. You know what your spiritual practices are. Some of y'all's spiritual practices go into the middle of the ocean on your surfboard, staring up at the sky. But if you're still in your mind and you're spending time or you're having a conversation, I have a conversation with mine. We talking. I still my mind sometimes, but I also know that I download all the time. I'm always downloading. I'm downloading right now, so I don't have to. I'm sure there's benefits. I say I don't have to. I do. I wonder what will happen if I actually still my mind. Lord Jesus, I should. But whatever your practice is to be with your higher self, do that. In the universe, because you have surrounded yourself with teachers. Teachers. And there are things. And that's the problem. We fall in love with our teachers. We befriend our teachers. They are just teachers. They are supposed to flow into our lives and out of our lives. The problem is we try to hold on to them and then it turns into a toxic mess. And it's a push-pull, because you guys both see the value of the relationship, but it was a teacher situation. It's your fault if you chose not to learn. It's your fault if you chose to squander that time. But the beautiful thing about that is reflection. You can always, why is it called reflection? Because you're looking back, but it's reflecting. You're reflecting back. I don't know, there's something there, but what I'm saying is you surrounded yourself with people who feed you and grow you, so all you gotta do is look at your circle to figure out what's going on with you. And then you can talk to your circle. Because you built a solid ass team. You didn't build a team off of trauma bonding. You didn't build a team off of proximity. Y'all ain't holding on to stuff just because y'all went to college together. Maybe I didn't experience that. In the past, it manifested as anger. Dre has friends that he's had since kindergarten. And I'm like, I'm a hater. And when we're arguing and he's trying to throw stuff in my face, I'm sorry, I have a family that cares about me. I'm just like, oh, this the big one. Elizabeth. This nigga had me dead in the heart. You know, I got attachment issues. How he gonna do me and say he loved me though? If this was tea, I would be sipping it. How are you gonna love someone but tear them down every chance you get? Tear them down when they make you mad. Get your merch at LoneeTaylorArt.com. That's just an oxymoron to me. That's just an oxymoron to me. How can you love me and say some of the most hurtful things and I allow you to do it because of your proximity? Because I don't know any better. It is about their pain. And I acknowledge you typed something up sooner. I apologize I haven't gotten to it. I apologize if you guys are communicating with me and I'm missing it. It's not intentional. Talk to each other. And then when I say, all right, let me go to the comments, press your comment in. It's going to get to that point. I know right now, I'd be like, anybody got something to say? Y'all just be looking at me and I'm looking at you and you looking at me and we doing the Diddy thing, you know. But it's going to come a time, you know, where the comments are going to dictate this conversation. And I'm excited because I've always wanted to be Dear Abby. But don't seek advice from me. Seek confirmation because you already did the work. You already had that private moment within yourself. And all you need to do now is go into this world and look to your peers. Look to your environment because you're curating your environment. I won't live in a crack house at 42, but I lived in one at 14. I knew my worth at 14. I added tax. You will not find me in a crack house in 2023, but you could in 14. You will not find me in a pimp's house at 42, but you could find me in a pimp's house at 14. You will not find me laying up under no fat, nasty, smelling like ass at 42. But you would at 14. This nigga didn't know the difference between in between my cheeks. So what was me losing my virginity, I don't know if I could say that word, was actually just a guy sticking his thing between my cheeks. He got off. It ain't even got to be the real thing. Like, you was excessive with it, though.
I had to squeeze 3 times.
No, nigga, you was like, I heard it was like 6 times.
It was 3 times.
It was 4 times. Because I hear the pattern. You squalls 4 times.
I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
this
Can you continue to do your live? I don't know.
No, because you interrupted me with the 4 squeezes.
Then you shouldn't have been so sensitive with ears and squeezing.
I hear acute noises. I can't help it. Did you say acute thieves? At least you left the nuts off. We arguing about some Mio. Yeah, that's how petty it gets over here. Because Bailey just bought me some new Mio. He's the one that drank up all my goddamn sweet tea lemon. We be wanting our husbands and our spouses to get on what we on, but then when they get on, they start eating up all our stuff. Like, I want you to be healthy, but nigga, now I can't get no watermelon. Because you eating all the goddamn watermelon. I can't get on the Peloton because you on the Peloton. I bought that for me. This nigga never spun before. The first time I can't find a video, when I find it, it exists. This is why I'm so thankful I record everything. Because it's freaking hilarious. Dre's competitive period. I have so many videos a compilation will be coming of him busting his ass, injuring himself, because he ain't backing down to nothing. You know what I was just thinking real quick? No, I'm not going to bypass. I'll have to lose that thought. Anyway, I get the Peloton. He's like, man, what is this? So he's a runner. So, nigga gone, right? And so he's used to the treadmill. A treadmill is not a bike. So, of course, balls to the wall, Appleton. No wonder his son calls himself Never Quit Appleton. So yeah, balls to the wall, Appleton. He gonna go ahead. And get on that bike, pick a 45-minute class, and he don't know how to work the resistance. So, and he picks an Alex class. So those of you who have a Peloton, his first class was an Alex class. Black man to black man, right? Yes. Tap that screen if you know an Alex class. Only for Alex and Tunde. Alex and Tunde. Stay away from those two if you ain't about that life. They came and they did not come to play. Any advice for your 20s? Oh, can I look back? Hold on. Anyway, this nigga almost killed himself and it was hilarious. He laid out on the stairs. He was just like, I'm gonna die. Yeah, he almost killed himself. Oh, man. I don't know why I didn't record. When we were climbing that mountain and his hand, something like we first of all, we're not a hiking family. I'm going to give advice for my 20s. It's in there because you wrote the question. Thank you. But, we're not a hiking family. But I found out we have waterfalls in Arizona, and I was like, yo! There's one called Fossil Creek, and they got this thing called the toilet bowl where you jump in it, and it sucks you through. The level of anxiety. Thank you, Carby. Be right back. Thank you. The level of anxiety. Thank you so much. I love you back. Truly, I appreciate you. The level of anxiety to imagine to get sucked through that thing and then to know what it was like, yo, let me finish the story. To get to the toilet bowl is a 5-mile hike down a mountain. And the thing is, my family is going to let Lonnie get her way regardless. Mom, you get your way regardless. Let's call a thing, you get your way regardless. And so nobody said, we are not a hiking family. And Michael was 3 months old. We're not a hiking family. When we were walking up there, the people were like, if you have to call a helicopter, it's going to be blah, blah, blah. Nobody's taking warnings. No one's telling me, Mom, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Thank you for double tapping the screen. If you're enjoying the live, please show the love. So, we're balls to the wall Appletons, right? And Taylors. And so we all hike 5 miles down a mountain. Not 5 miles up, then down. 5 miles down a mountain. Now, I don't know if you've ever done 5 miles. But when you get to the bottom and you look up, it's like the fucking Appalachians. I think those are mountains. And I know the name because there's some big ass mountains. It's like, yo, how the fuck we getting back up there? So then we get to the waterfall and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's worthy of experiencing. There's a tree in the toilet bowl, so you can't get flushed down. Praises to the Most High. Somebody would have died. And so I buy these floaties because it's cheaper. I gambled my family's safety. Yes, I did. That's why they got us out here, because we just do the best we can do with what we got. Meanwhile, they got all the doop-doop-doops and the doop-doop-doops, making our kids feel inferior because our parents can't afford the doop-doop-doops. And we do it to each other. If this was tea, I'd sip it. Why would your kid ever go to school and be like, yo, look at my J's? Unless your kid saw you go, yo, look at my J's. Oh, you ain't got them? And then they go to school and repeat exactly what you did. But I'm not going to get sidetracked because I'm going to get to your question. Anyway, we get to the toilet bowl. It's a waterfall, into another waterfall, into an abyss in a cave. Just Google the toilet bowl in Arizona. Y'all see what I'm talking about? It's beautiful. You know, so I got the little floaty things, the little donut situations. But the kids don't want to wait to blow the little floaty situations up. So the kids, you know, balls to the wall Appletons, hop their asses in the abyss like it's a swimming pool. None of these motherfuckers are strong swimmers. Derek, they was trying to get Derek that day. Because he gets into the abyss and this motherfucker's drowning and his brothers and sisters can't help him. So thank God, hamdulillah, some good old white people were there to save the day. Now we have dispelled that because he can't swim because old boy at the dock, hooty-hoo, he saw the universal hat toss. So now we know that we can swim. So let's stop believing lies. I could swim good enough to save my life. But my ass ain't no ocean, open water swimmer. That's why if I ever go on a cruise, I'm getting one of them little life jackets that go on your wrist just in case I gotta up out the water. My kids gonna have to walk around with a life jacket on their wrist so they could up out the water just in case. And I have to have a room that has a window because I gotta get up off there. I am not an open water swimmer. They be making it look so easy in the movies. Meanwhile, we get into the open water and be like, ah, Jesus. Ah, Jesus. It's not a good look. So I don't know if I'll ever go on a cruise. I'll jump from an airplane, but I don't know if I'll go on a cruise. Anyway, the white lady saves Derek. And it's a beautiful thing. So I was like, damn, if I would have killed Derek, I'd never hear the end of that one. Man. Anyway, that's what I was thinking though. And there's a video on YouTube. At that time I wasn't taking video like I take video now. So there's spotty video, but there's not any pertinent, important video. And so, well, there is, but you know, there were other moments that I wish I would have captured. But everything that was necessary needed to be captured. Let's not live in regret. Let's live in what we did was what we're supposed to do because we're moving in divinity. So sorry. But there's a video on YouTube and it says in the captions how everybody almost died that day. As the apple turned, same namesake. Anyway, so I see, you know, the distress signal in the water. So I blow up my situations and I hop my ass in the water. But when I'm walking, my foot slips between some rocks. And y'all know how in the movies where the current is pushing the people forward and their foot is caught in the damn thing. And so I'm like, oh, Jesus. And the man told us about the helicopter. Oh, Lord, if I break my ankle. So I'm fighting the current. I'm literally pushing back like this against the current while trying to dislodge my foot. And I'm like, I'm going to die. And then I finally get my foot out and that current goes and sends my ass and the floaties go. Well, I had to let go of the floaties to save my life. So I'm going with the floaties. Then I got to let go of the floaties. And so then I go into the pit. And then I'm like, doggy paddle because I forget how to swim in open water. I told y'all I'm not an open water swimmer. So I'm like doggy paddling over to, you know, my floaties. And I get one of the floaties. I take one to the kids. I go and look in the abyss, see the little fish. I was like, damn, we all almost killed ourselves for this. You know, but it was a beautiful, if I was in the headspace that I am in now, I have told the story historically from a complaining place. Like, y'all ain't never gonna believe what happened. And it's coming from, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder if I experienced that trip today under the energy that I have today and the family that I have today, because the family I have today isn't the family that I had then. We've all evolved. So the family I have today, I wonder what that trip down the mountain would have been. Would there have been more compassion? The kids straight up and left our old asses in the mountains on the way up. We sat down, had hot dogs. They were like, me and Dre were taking breaks every 2 steps. She was like, trying to get up out that damn mountain because we had just fought for our lives in the goddamn current. Not Dre. Dre don't mess around with water. So he on the sideline with Michael like, I told y'all. Him and Angel and Michael on the sideline. Mind you, the videos that I do have are hilarious. If you get a chance, I'll try to repost over here on Throwback Thursday. But otherwise, man, we almost died in that mountain. And Dre caught a cramp, was laid out on the side of the mountain. I don't know why I didn't record it. I guess I had compassion. I got compassion now, but I got to get that content, baby. Only so many authentic moments are going to happen. You catching a cramp is funny. Michael having a medical episode is not. I did not record that. You can't compare your standards to my standards. When people are like, put the phone down and go help. No, this nigga catching a cramp is hilarious. Thank God I was I holding the baby when it happened, or you were holding the baby? Oh, thank God I was holding the baby. This nigga was laid out on the side of a mountain. And the kids had left us. We were 2 hours behind the kids, man. We were rushing to try to get out of this mountain before the sun went down. And we started at what, 5 in the morning? Not in the mountain, but we all came together like crazy early in the morning. So yeah, I almost died in the mountain. So I have developed the reputation of trying to kill the family. So whenever I suggest something, everybody's like, how you trying to kill us this time? Because we went skydiving. That was supposed to be me and Andre Jr., but he didn't show up. Thank you for the love, y'all. You know, we did the Fossil Creek. We're always doing something crazy because I always want to do something different. I don't want to be the only black family there, but I want to be the black family there. Who is it? It was a Pat? No. It was Simply Boutique. I'm missing something. Simply Sassy. What's our girl's name? It just skipped my mind. I apologize. I mean no disrespect. It does not speak to your importance in this space. It just means that I forgot in this moment. But anyway, sis, she said she is working on a campaign. I hope I could speak on this, where she is encouraging black women to take up space. Simply Beauty Boutique. Thank you, babe. I knew there was a word in there. Simply Beauty. Simply Beauty Boutique is working on a campaign to encourage black women to take up space. And I've heard that so much because then I'm reading these messages with this other young lady and she's like, you know, I need to learn to take up space and da-da-da-da. And then I'm somewhere else and they're talking about taking up space. I'm watching black women in hip hop and they're like, you know, the black women in hip hop are finally taking, well, they didn't take it with that much bravado, my bad. You know, the women in hip hop are finally taking up space. And I was like, what the hell is this take up space stuff? Is this my next message? Like when you start hearing something repeatedly, whatever you ask to learn is inside of that. So yes, I'm taking up space. But what's for me is inside of that taking up space. So if you were ever, just why, you know, anything you are privy to, don't get caught here. Don't stop there. Go here and apply it and make it matter. Advice for my 20s. Girl, keep your legs closed. Not dimming my light for the sake of others. Man, how much stuff do we put up with for the sake of others? Especially these men who have these violent temper tantrums. And violence has levels. It can be physical. It can be a manipulation. And I'm just talking about men, but women are guilty too. So don't start chiming in like, yeah, sis, this ain't no man hating because we do it too. Sis said amen. It's the truth, but it's not coming from a man-hating position. It's coming from they try all these techniques and all these ways to get their way, and when they don't, they go from the most loving person you know. But we do it in our own way too. Damn, I've turned the cold shoulders on something that I pushed out of my vagina. Ain't that something? Something that is literally a part of me. I have beat on, I have talked down to, I have probably planted seeds to make them think that they're not going to succeed. I have used language around them. Michael's mad at me because he's getting his punishment for calling his brother stupid, and or telling his brother to shut up, and he was like, you tell me to shut up all the time. I was like, you're right, and I need to remove that word from my vocabulary. But I was like, I'm allowed. Why? He's like, why can you say it and I can't? And I said, because I'm an adult. I was going to say that, and I did say it, but I framed it. It is because I'm an adult. The problem is we just stop it because I'm an adult. Well, it is because you're an adult and you have entered into a space where you can use language like this. Language has levels. So you can say because I'm an adult, but you need an additional explanation, just like the gossip videos I'm dropping. Just a little bit of additional information. I understand sometimes, the additional information don't matter. People gonna go do what they do, but that's why you surround yourself with people you can trust. But some people just need a little, so I don't have to go off and speculate on my own. Just give me a little to attach to this little tidpiece of juicy you just gave me. So when our kids ask why, we make all these jokes, but god dang it, they're asking why because they want to know why, and they never stop wanting to know why. You probably stopped wanting to know why, but you got to ask yourself why. That's called shadow work. It's in the book, LoneeTaylorArt.com. Link in bio. So first piece of advice that I would give Lonnie in her 20s. But see, boom. How are we looking at my 20s? Because my 20s made me who I am today. And first, she is who I think she is. So in that respect, no, I wouldn't give any advice. I'd tell her, hold on, sis. But if she is going where I think she's going, I would tell her, hold on, sis. Because every single thing that I went through in my childhood, in my adolescence, in my early 20s, in my 30s, and now my 40s, everything that I've gone through has shaped who I am today. And she is dope as fuck. I am so comfortable in my skin. I'm so comfortable in my skin that I recorded a video and I had something white on my lip. And I was like, well, shit. But I was like, people are mean. They're going to attach to that. Yes, you're in a safe space now, but once this stuff starts going where you want it to go, keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. My DM is right there. Keep doing the work. The book is right there too. But keep doing the work, sis. But I stopped and I was like, Lonnie, I know you're comfortable in your skin, but how do you want to present yourself? And I know some people are looking at me right now like, sis, how do you want to present yourself? You got the straight backs. But I'm clean, I don't have nothing. My hair's not all over. I have been in front of here with my hair all over my head. So, boom, you're welcome. I leveled up for y'all. Because my comfortability is hair all over my head, sleep in my eye, but I got a message. And before, the message superseded my appearance, and now that my appearance is kind of entering the chat. But that's me conforming, but that's also me respecting, I don't know what to do with this thing, girl. Yep, just be intentional. It's so freaking easy, friend. I'm gonna call you Z. It's so freaking easy, Z. It's hard because no one has done you before. Where's the blueprint? And we're looking at other people, and this is what you guys were talking about, comparing yourself to other people. I get it. Look, we're preaching to the choir. We all know it is to do it. And so I forgot what I was talking about. Z, there's never been another you before. See, there's nowhere to look to see. Where we could have probably picked something up from was our parents. Because we are, every time we have a child, we're just replicating ourselves. So your parents could have been a model if they knew that they were a model. We should know we're a model, right? We should know that we're a model. Who else? You know, I want to do a video on this where it's just like I'm slowly giving advice to my 20s. I apologize. And so I understand why celebrities say, you know, I'm not your kid's role model. They can't outwardly come and say this image that I'm portraying is an act. I don't even believe in what I'm selling you. I'm getting paid to sell this to you. I used to, you know, think that this was, I used to speculate. I was like, I wonder if Cisco just pops off his Cisco costume, you know, sets it at the door and goes and lives his life. Because some of these people are just too spot on to truly be that spot on. And so they're portraying an image all the way to, I believe Lil' Kim has purposely messed her body up and may even be wearing a suit. She may that off when she gets home. But Lil' Kim has purposely taken herself where she's taken herself to remain relevant. Her music ain't popping no more. So how is she going to keep getting this bag? We are doing anything for a bag. This woman is going to extremes of dysmorphia in order to keep the bag. DC Young Fly's wife died because she was going under the knife to keep the bag. She was already beautiful. But in society's eyes, we got to do it just a little bit more. And the people who are just judging us are flawed as fuck. Like, y'all really giving people body issues, and you are a body issue. And that's not me being rude. That's just saying you are so dissatisfied within yourself that you will tear somebody who is perfect down. Ooh, y'all got to eat that one. You are so dissatisfied in yourself in whatever area that you have hate in your heart that you will tear somebody else down. Yes, she died. Tear them down to the point where you worm your way into their brain. And now, even though they're perfect, ain't nothing the gym can't fix. Even though they're perfect, you have somehow wormed yourself because y'all go so hard in numbers. Like, numbers count. If the hate was louder than the love in my comment section, I would be turning this off. So now is my training ground, I guess, so I can get to be able to, I don't even see the comments. So if there's hate going on, I wouldn't know. But I know there's love going on, so that's why I want to be a part of it. But I appreciate you guys talking to each other. And so, you know, we just go so hard on each other. So hard. You wanna know what's crazy? And this is no shade. Okay, I won't do it. Advice to 20-year-old me. I can't be so self-righteous that spirit tells me not to do something and I say, but it's important, I gotta say it anyway. I'ma listen. That's all we do over here. That's all we do over here is love. Why do anything else? Why waste my vibration anywhere else? So I would tell 20-year-old me, keep going. I would tell her you will not find love through your vagina, so stop trying. I would tell her to stop allowing men to treat her the way that they're treating her, because they never taught me how I was supposed to be treated. They taught me how I was supposed to be treated. They didn't show me, they taught me. Maybe it's the use of words, because I was treated the way that they felt I was supposed to be treated, and I allowed it. I was like, okay, it's comfortable here because this is how I've always been treated. It's comfortable here. So I continued to allow the mistreatment, even though I wanted better. I just didn't know there were so many. Look, I've done the numbers for all of us. You ain't gotta wonder. They're all ain't there's outliers everywhere. There's outliers. And it's my goal to change the way that we raise our sons so that the outliers become the norm. But at present day, they're mostly ain't. So I accepted whatever I accepted, because you got to deal with somebody's stuff. And that's true. You have to deal with somebody's stuff. I had to deal with Dre's stuff. You got to deal with my stuff. But the stuff that I'm dealing with this man does not break my spirit. The stuff that I'm dealing with this man does not make me cry. What the stuff that I'm dealing with this man, you know, he burping in the background. He farting in the background. That's the stuff I got to deal with this man. I ain't got to deal with infidelity. I ain't got to deal with lying. He kicked his gambling habit before we got together. I ain't got to deal with gambling. I ain't got to deal with nothing. I got to deal with this man not being considerate of me when I'm recording videos. That's what I'm blowing my top over. What you blowing your top over? Isn't that perspective? Because we can't live another woman's life. And I'm just speaking my perspective, so I'm not being exclusive. We can't live another person's life, so we can't really say how we would live that life. That's why we can't go to our friends and try to create carbon copies, i.e. Sisters Tyler Perry. That is so freaking cliche. He's a part of the goddamn machine, if he knows it or not. He's literally writing stereotypical characters, and then we are watching these characters, and we misidentify this as sisterhood. This is sisterhood. Does it look anything like that stuff on TV? You know, we classify that stuff as sisterhood, and so we crave it and we want it. We want that dysfunction. Meanwhile, what are they doing? They're literally trying to turn each other into each other. And when they step out of line, they all powwow and come together and say, oh, we got to talk to her. And we're like, that's sisterhood. I want to be able to get my friend back in compliance too. Because that's all you're doing. All you're doing is telling your friend, get back in line, get into compliance. You were moving different than remember the last time you did this? Well, maybe we did hit a rough patch. I don't know. Maybe we did hit a rough patch. But could we have gone through it? Who cares what that rough patch looks like? I know someone who was hit by their husband, and she was like, he got one time to hit me and he's never hit her again. I've hit someone. I don't hit. Or I'm not a beater, but I hit. I'm not a cheater, but I cheated. You know, so things are circumstantial. Things are happening however they happen. And I lost my train of thought, and it was good too. It was so good to me. Ha ha ha. You know where your question is derived from? Is there any specific... Ooh, Pat trying to get deep in the comment section. Yes, the 20s. That sis was wild. She lived her damn life. I don't have one regret. I was at all the Pro Bowls. I was at all the Super Bowls. We didn't really Super Bowl, which is weird because we all messed with football players primarily. There's a couple of basketball players back there, but I really was a football girl. We didn't really do Super Bowl because back then Super Bowl was a white event. We didn't do Super Bowl. We went to All-Star Weekend. That's where the black people were at. You know, so I've been to all of them. Broke as a joke. Looking for somebody I could finesse into a party. And man, did I finesse. Yes. The face card did not decline. And if somebody raised me to know who the fuck I was in my 20s, the navigation inability that I had in my 20s, my God, I would have navigated inability the fuck out of it. Woo. My 20s, I definitely wouldn't have mismanaged my pussy, I'll tell you that. Do you want to know how many $1 million bags I fumbled? Which is fine, because I'm with the person I'm supposed to be with. And he's confident enough in himself for me to be able to say, I fumbled the bag. Like, $1 million dicks, and I fumbled all of them. Lonnie, you're gonna fumble the bag. Because money doesn't mean anything. Money does not mean happiness. Money ain't shit. And most men who have money are complete assholes because they got money because their personality's not good enough. I'm not a decent enough human to attract other humans or to attract the type of human. Boom, here we go. I'm not a decent enough human to attract the decent humans. So I'm going to get a shiny object to attract them. And so now they pull you in, and now you're with somebody because they're a shiny object, but they're not a decent human. And you're just like, man, this is why bad guys ruin good girls. This is why good girls or bad girls ruin good guys. Her shiny object are her looks. This is my shiny object. So you're a good guy. You want this shiny object. You're going to have to do whatever is necessary to get with this shiny object. And your feelings are going to get hurt. Your feelings are going to get hurt because I don't like you. I see no future with you, but I'm going to finesse you for whatever I could get from you. And then when I'm done finessing you, I'm going to be on my merry way. And you're going to be like, oh my God, but I'm such a nice guy. That's why I took advantage of you. You wanted the shiny object. Stop chasing shiny objects. If you don't want to get played, go find a down-to-earth sis who may not look like the shiny object. But if you stop looking at the exterior and you start looking at the interior, you'll find what you're looking for. And on the reverse side, sis, stop looking for the shiny object. They get their money up. Why? Because that attracts the females. When me and my husband got together, I was like, all I need is stability. If you could give me stability, I'm cool. Because I'm tired of being unstable. The system is designed for the black woman to struggle. The system is designed for the black woman to be left alone to raise children. The system is designed, and why the hell do we keep having multiple children is beyond me. We didn't learn the first time. Damn, it took me 2. And then I gambled on the 3rd. Oh, he stayed? Oh, shit, let's have a 4th. Every time I gambled with poverty, I gambled with loss of socialization. I gambled with everything, and I gambled because I wanted love. Let's keep it G. I wanted some sense of responsibility. I wanted to transfer into something. I wanted a sense of purpose. I wanted something that I should have had back there. And I know this because Bailey right now is reaching for something. She just got out of high school, and I have raised my child's spirit. I neglected her soul, and that's why her soul is searching, because it's awake. And it doesn't know how to feel itself because I left it unfed for so long. And so now I'm trying to feed it, and I'm trying to guide it, and I'm trying to direct it. She's like, Mom, I should have a baby. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, no. I know that you are trying to fill up the loss of high school, 20-year-old Lonnie. I know you're trying to fill up the loss of high school. All you did was give our video a theme, friend. Thank you. But you don't fill that up with a baby. You don't fill that up with a marriage to a deadbeat just because he said okay. And just because he asked you doesn't mean that you did not plant the seed. I don't know, but there's probably very few men who ask women to marry them where the woman did not plant some sort of seed prior to ask her to marry her. And just because he marries you, sister, don't make you special. Danae Jackson, Derek Jackson, he asked her to marry her because he had a vision of living in the same home as his children. It was never you, sis. You were the incubator. So you wonder why he treats you like crap and he treats your children like gold? Because you were the incubator. But he must keep his family together because he must keep his family together. You have to be aware of this. These are the traps and snares that are out there, but they go both ways. The shiny objects. So we are chasing money. Most people acquire things to mask who they truly are. To mask who they truly are, they acquire things. Magic Man. You won't see that I ain't shit. If I keep it distracted, and because so many ain't shits are out there, we take the ain't shit as status quo. Oh, you're going through it too because we're trauma bonding? Boom, if we stop gossiping and trauma bonding with our friends, look, because the difference between trauma bonding and healing is simply the exchanging of solution. Yo, I've been SA'd before. Me too, girl. And I'm still stuck in it. Me too, girl. I know it's the most terrible experience in my life. Me too, girl. We are trauma bonding. I'm not demeaning. I'm just pointing out a trauma. Me too, girl. Healing. I've been SA'd. But I don't consider myself a victim. One, probably because I don't remember. So in that, I'm not discounting your experience. See? Pat said her too. I'm not discounting that experience. What I'm saying is, I don't live in that hurt. I'm not her. The person that happened to is not me. I would never be at a house party full of boys standing around. Nobody else is in the house. It's the 14, 15-year-old boy who's the same age as me and his older brothers and two of his friends. His parents are out of town. At this point, I had dropped out of middle school, so I'm just chilling. I'm not there because he wants me there. I'm there because I'm the girl who ain't got nothing else to do. And I'm very much aware of that. But I feel special because, hey, he called me. This is the problem with being the pick-me. There's a healthy pick-me, i.e. I know who I am, and why wouldn't you pick me? The fuck? And then there's the other one, the hungry, the thirsty, pick me, pick me. I'm so craved for attention, I'll take anything. Hell yeah, you should pick me. Why wouldn't you? I'm Lonee Appleton. I'm dope as fuck. Pick me. Pick me, please. Pay me attention. Two different energies. Pendulum, always. I'm at this party. I'm standing at the kitchen island, and we're taking shots of malt liquor. I mention malt liquor because I started drinking when I was 12 years old, and at this time I was 14, and I started drinking hard liquor. So I've been drinking for 2 years now, and smoking blacks. Yes, that was me. So whoever went through that trauma that you're holding on to, are you still that person? I'm not her anymore. I can respect her. I can acknowledge her. I can mourn her. But I don't have to continue to live in her. Exactly. We don't have to keep reliving her. That's a trauma bond that we made with ourselves. Yes. I ain't gonna hug myself because I'll probably start crying. You know me, girl. And so we're taking shots of a 40 ounce, St. Ives, OD, whatever. I don't remember the brand. And I remember going downstairs, laying in the bed. And I remember waking up because he was standing over me. And I remember I slid to the other side of the bed, like instinctively. So I think I'm a ninja. Because I'd be waking up. I done messed up Dre a couple times. And so I remember going back to sleep. And the next thing I remember, I was sitting at the dining room table saying, "Let me the fuck out. Let me the fuck out." Because in Colorado, they have the storm doors and they're locked. And so I remember, like, it was like black, and then it was like in a movie, like Everything came like, how the hell did I get at the dining room table? I don't know, but I flipped out. So subconsciously, I must have known something happened to me. And I was trying to get up out of there. And so I go to the storm door and I start kicking it. So this is the first door I done kicked, Dre. Ain't the last. Boom! Let me out! Boom! Let me out. They're like, let her out before she breaks the door. So they let me out. And I start running down the street. This is back when I had some knees. Ran down the street. And he lived off this busy street. And I remember I was facing this way. I was facing the opposite. So oncoming traffic is coming this way, and I'm facing this way. And I remember turning around, and the car went skirt and stopped right there. And then they grabbed me out the street. And I don't remember what happened, but somebody called the police. I remember them saying, man, leave her out there, leave her out there. These are my friends. These are my peers. These are children. So when your kid asks to go to a party, this is what's happening at the parties. I'm just saying. Do you not let your kid go to the party, or do you equip your child for the party? You decide what kind of parent you are. Just leave her out there, just leave her out there. It's just a bunch of kids. What are they going to do? They're a bunch of kids. They don't know how to handle this. I'm in crisis. So it's probably a neighbor that called the police, because the children aren't going to call the police because they'll get in trouble. And so the police come, and I remember they're saying, oh, we don't know who she is. We don't know who she is. A house full of little black kids, and y'all know who I am. Okay, whatever. Lazy ass police work. I actually don't know what happened after I got arrested. I got arrested. So they arrest me. I'm in crisis, and they arrest me. I don't remember, so it's cool, but I could imagine being in crisis and being arrested. I pass out again, and the next time I come to, I'm handcuffed to a hospital bed. And I'm like fighting, you know. I'm just like, I gotta pee. I gotta pee. And I'm handcuffed to a hospital bed. I pissed myself because nobody cares that I gotta pee. I'm a little black kid who's wilding out, having a medical episode. Hello? Mental health? Like, no one thought that I was drugged. No one, they're not, I'm in a county hospital. I don't know where I was, but they're not running any unnecessary tests. I know that. Why? They're not gonna pay. And so, bless you. I passed out again. Bless you. And then I open my eyes again, and I see my mom. And I'm like, the fuck? And I close my eyes, and I open my eyes again, and I see the homie LA. Yeah, you know. Hold up. I used to don't even know how to do my gang signs no more. Yeah. I ain't her no more. Anyway. I'm not her anymore. This is another part of me healing my inner child. I'm not her anymore. You are not her anymore. You can tell the story, but you don't have to live in the pain, because you're not her anymore. Anyway, so LA and my mom are standing over me, and I'm like, how the hell did y'all get here? I'm incoherent. I don't know what the hell was happening. But they told me, they were just like, you know, when they kept asking you your name, you just kept repeating your mom's name and your mom's phone number. Your mom's name and your mom's phone number. And so they were like, if my mom didn't show up, if they couldn't get in contact with my mom, they were gonna 5150 me and send me to the other side. No compassion, just another number, just another. And so My mom's, back then it was landlines. My mom, who never answered her phone, answered her phone. My mom, who didn't have a car, there was somebody who was posted up slanging who had a car. And that's why LA was there. He was a predator, but that's another story. And so, yeah, that's my story. The next day I woke up all groggy. And I had this windbreaker. It was this Adidas windbreaker. I really liked it. I had the money to go buy another one, but I wanted that one back. I thought it was as simple as a bus ride over his house, go get my jacket, be out. So I call him and I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry, because all I remember is kicking the door, waving to Fofo. That's all I remember. And he's all timid on the phone. And I'm like, why are you acting this way? Hey, Ree, I'm like, why are you acting this way? He's like, no, I'll see you. I don't know if the jacket's still here. And I'm like, well, I'm so sorry. He's like, it's cool. I didn't mean to act that way, because I'm apologizing profusely because I'm a pick me. I'm already on the outside. I don't want you to put me really on the outside. So I'm a pick me, and I'm apologizing for my essay. I don't know, but you know, my medical episode, I'm apologizing. Why are we apologizing for being in distress? Why can't the people that we choose to surround ourselves with, because I hopped my ass in that cab to go. My mom told me no. I said, Mom, I never asked my mom. If I just look at the play-by-play of how Spirit tried to save me and I still did what the hell I wanted to, I never asked my mom permission to go anywhere. And I asked my mom, can I go? And she said no. And I said, fuck you, I'm going anyway. And I hopped my ass in the cab. And she's never followed me out before, but she followed me out this time, yelling and cussing me out. See, we're doing these things that we typically don't do. Think about that. If you were doing something you typically don't do, something might be going on there. You're being led. If it is outside of your norm, that means your soul has clicked in and you're being led. Pay attention to that. Because I never asked permission. My mother never followed me out, but this day. And she said, don't go. But, you know, we're in our routine, so we're not paying attention. So I'm cussing her out, and she cussing me out. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, it was nasty. So I'm apologizing. Hey, hey, Michael. I'm apologizing, and then, what happens? I get another phone call, and my friend is like, girl, are you okay? It is. And I was like, well, here's the thing. Hindsight is 20/20, but we can use hindsight to notice the patterns present day. You know what I'm saying? If I do something I usually don't do, if I always turn right. I challenged Dre with this. I was like, if you can take your consciousness out of your body and your body can still live your life, you're not using your brain. You're doing the same robot routines over and over and over again. You must shake your day up, shake your world up by challenging yourself and everything. Am I going to walk better than I walked yesterday? Am I going to talk better than I talked yesterday? Am I going to think better than I did yesterday? Constantly leveling yourself up. That is evolution. We're waiting for this big change when we can cause it. I cause evolution every single moment of my life. And you can too. That's why when Coco was like, ooh, I said her name. When Sis was like, everybody doesn't think like you, I was like, huh? Really? Everybody doesn't see the possibilities? What? I used to not think like me. I talk about it in my book, What's the Best That Can Happen? I had a coworker who was so goddamn optimistic. I used to look at her like, bitch, stop pretending. See the bright side, Lonnie. What the hell? I was like, this bitch gotta be miserable. Ain't nobody this goddamn happy. She was. I know her 20 years later. We're on Facebook together. She still is. Available at LoneeTaylorArt.com, link in bio.
Mom, are you online?
Yes, what do you want? What can I do for you, my child?
Do you have any glue?
Do I have any glue? That right there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so, girl, I heard what happened. And I was like, ooh, what happened? Thank you for the love, guys. Ooh, what happened? And you don't know. No, I don't know. Man, she commenced to telling me a story. And I was the star. I was like, ooh, what else happened? Now, who the fuck this happened to? Me? Damn. Now, I told y'all earlier, I done repressed half of my child, y'all. Thank you, thank you. I done repressed half of my childhood. So, is it that they gave me the ceiling? But it's the outside, the roof. Is it that they gave me the roof? Or am I a damn good repressor? I go through things to experience, to lock in the trauma, but I don't really remember it. My kids all the time are like, you remember? I don't remember nothing. I could probably tell you the energy from it though. Now that I'm unlocking this, that I remember the trauma, but I'm able to talk about the trauma openly because I don't fully remember the moment. Maybe that's why we're able to talk about our trauma, and I'm just a little bit more apt than most people. So I can get on this horn and be like, yeah. It's not that I don't care. It's not that I'm desensitized. Yeah, I'm in survival mode, as our community member said. And maybe one day I can healthfully, now that it's been brought to my attention that I live in survival mode, it is my time to get up out of survival mode. And I asked, hey, Carby's back in the build. You know, and she came through it. You stepped in the building with the roses. Like, you came through with the gifts. Sis. And Pat, don't think that I have missed out on the fact that you were cheering on the community and counting the likes and encouraging support. And I know Ree usually does it. And I know that you observed it and now you picked it up because you're like, this is how it's done, boom, boom. And then the whole team is on. The whole team. That's how you build authentically. And for some reason, I want the groupies. I want the groupies, not the groupies in action, but the groupies that just double tap because you're supposed to double tap. And that's the ice cream so good. That's the fan base. For some reason, I want to tap into that fan base because I feel that there's a bigger platform, but it's gonna happen. It's not. I'm not giving you things to gossip about. I'm giving you things to talk about. I'm giving you things to think about, and that's the difference between gossip. I'm tying a piece of juicy information. That's why y'all gotta sit on my Lonnie trains, because I'm eventually gonna give you the answer unless you post it down there and remind me what I need to get back to. But I've given you this piece of juicy information, but I didn't just give you this piece of juicy information so that you go and run and tell that. I gave you this piece of juicy information so that you can now go talk about it. Maybe deal with it. You know, even be entertained by it. This is entertaining. Y'all wouldn't be here if I was boring as fuck. You can have compassion and still be entertained. This is healthy entertainment. This is healthy entertainment. The pendulum. You know what I'm saying? The pendulum. Thank you for the love, guys. So anyway, you know, she commenced to telling me, you know, I was laid out in the middle of the floor downstairs, butt naked. Didn't have no clothes on. Don't know where the hell my clothes were. And I'm spread eagle. I'm in the 8th grade, y'all. I'm 14 years old. My world is as big as my middle school. And I am butt naked, spread out in the middle of a party, and kids are stepping over me. Your child was stepping over me. Or your child was sprawled out on the floor. Or maybe your child wasn't there. Maybe your child was the one that essayed me. Where was your child? We don't know because we don't talk to him. My child may have been there, but I believe my child would have known how to conduct themselves. I think my child would have been the one to call the police. My child definitely would have been the one to put clothes over the girl. My child would have been the one to help. My child would have been the one to help me up off of the floor. So when you're raising your kids and you're building these relationships with your children, make sure your child is the one to help that girl up off of the floor. Not my child. My child wouldn't even be there. Why? Because your child is too good to be in that space. Your child would have been the one to help me up off of the floor. But all the parents who don't care about their kids, and I know I'm typecasting, just let me talk. All the parents who just let their kids do what the hell they want to, their kids are there. And I was a pick-me, which means I was exposable, I was disposable. Even the kids who were there, who maybe wanted to help me, they were a pick-me too. So if the cool kids were stepping over me, they were stepping over me too. And let me tell you about this book real quick. Our friend Creative Ree wrote this book. Ree Scott, available on Amazon. This inner child healing, God damn it, it's stuck again. This inner child healing that's taking place right now, one of the confirmations that this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now came from this book. And I made the connection because retype, that's healing. And it made me make the connection because those of you who were on live with me that day saw the connection. I read a prompt that it talked about healing your inner child or getting in contact. The section is called, you tell me what the inner child section is called. But anyway, it was inner child work. And I read it. And, I'm just reading it. I'm like, okay, let me go play in the mud. I liked to play in the mud when I was a kid. Literal, right? I preach, don't listen to the spirit, but I do it anyway. But my soul so pulled up. And Netta was like, kick in the doorway in the fofo. Let's get this knowledge kicking off. If you want to move out of survival mode, you must heal the space that you entered survival mode, which was my childhood. And when I say you don't look to other humans, you don't look to books, you don't look to anything in the external world for the answers. You go here for the answers. You get down on your knees, you go in your closet, you go to your space in nature, you do whatever it is you do to get your answers. Hold up, was that a... That might just be a shoulder bone, but I'm gonna keep going. Y'all should see these legs, they starting to sit up. Oh shit. Ah! And so, I want y'all to think I had the perfect tan. Y'all saw us pasty as... I was trying to... Hold up. What's that other shoulder look like? It gotta catch the light right. It's gonna take me longer. I'm 42, shoot. But anyway, that prompt was confirmation that what's happening right now is inner child work. So support sis. She's very instrumental in my healing journey. If you're led, only move when spirit tells you to move. Do what you're told to do, not what you tell yourself to do. Of course, you're a part of the network. If there's a chance that I can share you with us, I will. It's not a one-time thing. I don't have transportation right now. I told the sis, you know, I don't have transportation right now. Y'all, Dre rents his Jeep out for Turo. When I tell you life is shitting on us, like a big, tremendous just get into it, like knees up looking ass. Dre rents his Jeep out for Turo. Somebody rents his Jeep, but the day before he was like, man, I should stop taking one-day trips. The day before his spirit told him that. But we need the money. So the very next day a one-day trip comes in and he accepts it and he's complaining about it. We usually accept trips. Boom, pay attention. We usually accept trips. But this one's aggravating us, but we don't know how to recognize I'm trying to do something different. My mind's telling me, no, but I shouldn't have said that. But it was so perfect. Forgive me. You know, we ignore that because our body is telling us yes. And so, you know, we listen to the flesh instead of listen to the spirit. And he's complaining. He's like, man, I only have the Jeep for 24 hours. Not even 24 hours. I got to pick it up, clean it up, drop it back off. I was like, you should probably cancel it if it's that much of an inconvenience. We need the money. Damn, circumstances. So he drops the Jeep off. Honestly, I don't know how much he's renting his Jeep out, but I think he's breaking even at this point. All the Ubers he got to take to and from work because the Jeep is gone, and the Uber to the airport, from the airport, I think he's hustling backwards. And so we allow people around us the message that I just received. How do you love him and you're watching him fail? But what if he succeeds? Who am I to lie? I never ran no successful business. There's always a setback before the breakthrough. You know, we're sitting there telling our friends to leave their spouses because there was a setback before the breakthrough. Look, I got to air out all these bad behaviors that I had before you, and some of those may manifest. My bad. I was able to do that before you, but I can't do that with you. Okay, but it's going to take me a while to work through it. I can't do it immediately, but I'm on my way. As long as he's on his way, as long as they're on their way. They can say it, but they got to mean it. And they mean it because they do it. Not because of you, because of them. Z, I don't know if you're still there, but that was just speaking to the point that, you know, you shape you. You control you. You define your own destiny. Period. And I know that, and I still struggle. But the key in that struggle is knowing. Because we're going to run into a wall. We're going to run into walls. Because the struggle is real, but the struggle doesn't have to be the struggle that we've identified. But the struggle is real. You're pushing a goddamn boulder up a mountain. What did Doc say? Doc said, you know, you're pushing a boulder up a mountain. And I know this. Duh. But you're pushing a boulder up a mountain. It's going to be some struggle. There's going to be times that you got all that momentum behind it and you getting it. And there's going to be times where you got your back to it and you're pushing it. There's going to be times where you sit down and you nudge your booty in the corner and it's overcoming you because it's pushing you over. But you're still pushing that boulder up. It's okay to sit down. It's okay to break down. It's okay to admit this shit is hard. It's not okay to quit on yourself. and allow that boulder to chase your ass back down, especially after all that progress you made. So I don't know what this is. I just understand everything that happens in my life is for purpose. So the information or the advice that I would give the 20-year-old me, everything's for purpose. Recognize that as soon as possible. I wasted a lot of time being confused, and I'm still confused, but my confusion's a little different. I think I could be here a lot sooner if I had a me. I'm so happy that we all have a me, and that's not me being full of myself. That's saying, can you imagine if your younger self had a me? How much further we would be. Hey, T. And so he rents his Jeep out. He gets a call. Y'all, they out here trafficking in his Jeep. They got caught trafficking in his Jeep in Douglas, Arizona, 200 plus miles away. This day trip has now turned into a week of no transportation. All 3 cars are down. And we ain't got no money to fix none of them. And, you know, the repo man trying to get 2 of them, so it's just like, even if they did run, they ducking. You know, so it's just like, man, you taking a colossal on us. Why? Yo, it's not only in the impound in Douglas, Arizona. It won't turn over. It won't start. So he can't even go down there. It is. I understand it's a pause and redirection, but this is lasting too long, sis. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm acknowledging there's a difference. This is lasting too long, and it's just like, we're down to no transportation. First it was 2, then it was 1, now it's none. I got books to ship and I got orders to pick up so I could get this sister support network going. And the ladies is like, man, you started the network and you trying to tell me it stops at you? Yeah, because I can't get to the post office. Goddamn. I'm just saying, life is lifing. And I somehow have to figure out how to maintain perspective through all of this. I have to somehow know how to power through this and keep my vibration at a frequency that's going to keep my family moving forward. Yeah, I know the outcome is bigger. I believe that it's something that I could never even imagine. But it's just like, you know, would you compare your success to someone else if you understood that your delay for success was because your success was nothing compared to what you're comparing it to? I'm looking at all these other content creators, and I'm like, damn, their videos doing numbers. Damn, their community is active. Damn. Not taking it away from you guys, but we're a small few. And I'm trying to grow and unite. So you understand my passion. To have a passion for growth doesn't mean that I don't value us here. They do. Some people pay for it. You know, but I'm looking at all this that's going on, and I'm just like, but what about me? I have a calling too. I have a purpose too. This is a lot of fucking work. If I'm chasing my tail, I need to go walk over to this CVS and get a job because we need the money. If this is what I'm supposed to be doing, support. Hey, sis. I appreciate it. I'm in pain, so I'm a head out, but thank you so much for stopping in. Put your blinders on and push through. And feel better, sis. Feel better. Push forward. You are growing. We are sharing. We are growing. Agreed. Hey, Meta. How you doing? Yes, dear.
What I named my friend for her birthday. I'm not done with it though. So basically, it's a lyric book, so it's a song.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you what I drew.
Mm-hmm. Is this another language? Can I show the people?
Yeah. It's Spanish. It says, I'm pretty sure it says, and something about swimming across the gaps in my brain.
Somebody's swimming across the gaps in your brain.
Yeah, I'm not done with it though, so there's no next page.
I'm concerned. What's happening in these gaps?
I don't know, it's a song.
Oh, they're lyrics. Okay. You was about to get deep introspective, Mom. Yo, out.
I want lemon juice.
Can I have some what juice?
Lemon juice.
I don't know nothing about the lemon juice. I didn't go grocery shopping. I don't know.
He already had
Get some
lemon.
water.
Daddy said no, get some water. Boom, there's your answer.
Y'all gonna drink it all up. Soon as y'all know it's here.
Yep, that's what they're gonna do.
And we have the red one too.
He didn't auto-identify. He was there, there's a red one too. I'm gonna get that one too. I'm gonna catch y'all slipping. All he do is eat all day. I'm concerned for him because all he does is eat all day. I was like, Dre, make sure you're only buying healthy fruit and stuff like that because he eats all day, and until we get a handle on him eating all day, he needs to only eat healthy things. He's not going to sit eating cupcakes and all that stuff. See, if you have a child that is just always eating, unfortunately, you have to only have healthy, nutritious stuff in your house, which is fortunately, right? Yo, can you what? Can you have your cord? Your dad's the one that said no, but I appreciate you asking this time, so I say you can have it. Can you have it?
Yeah.
Dad's asleep, so you can have it. Thank you for asking. You guys need to remember, if you walk in a closed door, you close it behind you.
Okay.
Thank you. Y'all being groomed to listen to your higher selves, even through each other. Yes. I.e., this is where you ask your question. This is where you get confirmation. This is where I got confirmation that I am doing inner child healing work. So if I had any question. So I guess then if I get confirmation for what I've been told here, y'all, am I on path? Am I doing what I'm supposed to? I need confirmation. If I need to keep going, I need to walk over to that CVS and get a job. Did I tell y'all I kicked the wall? My toe is black and blue. It hurts to walk. Y'all in the same space, y'all here now. Who are y'all? Oh, me and Ree? Yeah. This is all divinity, y'all. This is all divinity. This is all divinity. Okay. Well, then that's confirmation. If I was told something here and you guys are confirming for me, whether I ask you directly or not, we think that messages are supposed to be all woo-woo and all this other stuff written in the sky. No, just ask. Especially if the people that you know that are around you are connected. I know that you're all connected. Why? Because we're all connected. Y'all wouldn't be here if we weren't. So if you can ask me for advice, why can't I ask you for advice? Especially when I know that that advice is confirmation. The thing is, when you tell somebody what you want to hear, they can shape an answer for you. But those of you who are tapped in, you start shaping an answer, but then you go into flow. You know what I'm saying? When someone's like, can you talk about such and such? I'm like, yeah, boom, 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 dun, 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 dun. Then I start confirming stuff for you. I'm like, damn, how she know? Because I'm tapped in and I'm confirmation. So everything that you're thinking and wondering about, I'll probably answer your questions. Why? Because we're connected. Your gifts are needed. Think of all the personal convos you have had with us. I know you even walked. I know you even walked. And I've been I've been tricked into thinking that these relationships aren't real. They're as real as they are. God damn it, Ree, you wrote a book. You're real. All right. Distractions from your blessing. Yeah. I was talking to so-and-so and so-and-so said. Y'all listen to this, old heads. I said, I'm frustrated because I've been on this spiritual path for 20 years. I've known my whole life, but I have, intentionally been moving in this direction since my 20s. I was like, and I quit, and I did all these different things. I'm pushing the boulder. Boom, this answers my question. Young buck, whippersnapper, sit this conversation out. Because I said, metaphorically, I've been pushing this boulder up this hill, and we can either push, shoot, some of us may tie a rope and pull, however we get this bitch up the hill. Sometimes we sit down and rest our back because we tired. So I've been pushing this boulder up intentionally for 20 years, but there are times, year spans that I have stopped. And so young whippersnapper, they hit me with the 1-2, like, well then have you really been pursuing it for 20 years because you've stopped? And I was like, damn, you said something there. Can I really say that I've been pursuing this vision for 20 years when X amount of those years were spent in activity? But were they in activity, or were they just me resting and collecting myself and learning? Remember the stairs. We're allowed to climb the stairs, and we're allowed to go and explore each floor. And then we keep climbing the stairs. But that's the difference between learning on your level or woe is me in on the level. So are you going to soak up game, or are you just going to spend time there because you're just like, oh my God, it's so hard. It's such a burden. I can't achieve what I'm trying to achieve. Remember, I've had this vision since a child. It's been a very long time since I've been waiting for this. And so there's times, if you've been pushing a boulder since childhood and didn't even know you were, that you were going through the things that you went through as a child because you were going through trauma in order to be able to talk about it. Talk about a whooping boy. What a freaking life. Yeah, I'm in it. Rest isn't important as work. It is. But ain't that a cross to bear? To know that I went through everything that I went through so that I could be able to tell these stories today. So that you can relate to me, I had to go through your shared trauma. But I got everybody's shared trauma.
Can I have some grapes?
Yeah. You may have 1, 2 traumas. Some of y'all got none. You're right. Shared healing is what it says, because on the live, the comments don't come through. I have a whole world of inflictions that I have survived through. Let's use that word. That I have carried myself through, that I have evolved through, that I have pushed through, that I have survived. So I am a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor. Boom, now I understand it. A victim stays in it, a survivor gets up out of it. It don't matter how long it takes you, you get up out of it. And the moment you get up out of it, you go from victim to survivor. Boom, I just understand the behind it. But it's a lot. And there are plenty of times in my life where I felt like God's whipping boy. I was like, and the season that I'm in right now, what's crazy is right before it happened, I was analyzing the story of Job because it was on BET or something. The story of Joe, Joe, and it was loosely based off of Job. He lost everything. And I was like, yo, that story is really God and the devil sitting up, making a wager on somebody's life. Like, that's a messed up story. They took that man's whole life. Because I bet you I can make him curse you. I bet you can't. Kill his wife. I bet you I can make you curse him. Make him curse you. I bet you can't. Take his kids. I bet you can't. Take his livestock, take his land, take his house, take his health. Took everything. And I was like, that's a messed up ass story. Like, y'all really up there wagering somebody's life on faith. So when I started going through this, where I'm just like, rock hard place, here I am. Ain't no wiggle room. When I got here, I was like, damn, I shouldn't have laughed at that story. I was making fun of the wrong story. Excuse me?
Mail it to people.
Have I mailed a letter before?
No, mail it to like the bag, the main mail.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like over there.
A windmill?
No, let the mail.
It goes in a circle. Is it red?
No, it's like the belly that they made mail.
No, I haven't.
I haven't.
You need to stay from over there. Do you understand? Is it in the neighbor's backyard? Or is it in our backyard?
In our backyard.
It's in our backyard?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me go see. Now, let me see.
It's over there.
I don't know what you're talking about. I see the trampoline.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about, the trampoline?
Yes, I don't see the milk letter and the day. It's all bad. The milk.
Okay.
The milk is the blender.
Okay.
It's the milk the blend. It's the more milk on the blender higher. Like so high.
Okay.
And it's like this.
Okay, Bubba.
And it's all.
I mean, Kaden.
And it's all done.
Okay.
And it's done. Like 3 times. And it's done.
Okay. My feet hurt. Hello. Ooh. You know my old feet ain't for this life. It ain't for it. I don't know what he was talking. I gotta work on my facial expressions because I was sitting there thinking his back is to me, so he can't see me, like trying to really decipher what he's saying. But just because he's not in front of me doesn't mean that I need to display a behavior that's not something that I would do in his face. Isn't that two-facedness, doing something behind somebody's back? That's the pendulum. Why should I make an excuse for that behavior? Why shouldn't I work on eliminating it? I can control myself enough to eliminate making a face because I'm trying to figure out what the heck my son is saying. I can't even type because I didn't feel alone for that moment. Oh, y'all vibing, huh? I want to be an apartment mom and business owner, the transparency of the life changes. Yo. Confirmation. My God. This is so beautiful. You guys don't know how beautiful this. You guys know how beautiful this is. That's why you're here. But this is beautiful because while he was talking to me, this was the first time that he's talked to me that I didn't rush him. This is the first time that he talked to me that it would pop into my head where I'm like, yo, they're waiting to hear you speak, which is weird. I mean, it's not weird, but I take this professionally. Even though I am here and I'm living my life, you know, I'm a professional, so you guys are here to hear me speak. You're not here to hear, you know, you're not here to my kid interrupt me, you know. But this was the first time that, you know, it crept in my head. I was just like, you're gonna lose viewers. You're gonna lose viewers. And I was like, I don't care. You know, the pressure's off when I just pop on live versus I show up every day at a specific time. The pressure's off. I'm not here to perform. I'm just here to chill with y'all, which is what it is. That's why I go live, to chill with y'all. But I feel the need to perform. But tonight I've been able to cry. I've been able to take the time to, you know, allow, you know, I'm stopping myself from crying. And I'm like, Lonnie, you need to hurry this up. You taking too long to stop crying. And I was like, bitch, you crying. Like, who's putting a clock on me releasing? If y'all want me to hurry up and cry, this ain't the content for you. But if you understand that I'm literally healing in front of your eyes, so you know it's possible to heal, and you know some of the steps that you potentially can take to heal, it's necessary for me to heal live on live. So this is the first time that my son talked to me and I wasn't worried about you guys. I was worried about him. But I still had to entertain you with some facial expressions and the blah, 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 you know? I still had to engage with you somehow. Like, I seriously be making them faces all the time, and I need to stop because I be like, but where'd the thinking face come from except for society said this is the face you're supposed to make when you're thinking? So I can think without making the face. Who told me what face I gotta make when I'm thinking? Why can't my thinking look like this? Any behavior that we have, that we are trying to get in front of and release ourselves from, is a behavior that was taught to us. And we can release it at any time. And the universe will provide you with multiple opportunities. Those of you who have been on this live, you have witnessed healing. You have witnessed how things just flow in and out your life to push that healing along. My son just came in here and triggered. This is your life, Lonnie. You're not here as a professional speaker. You're a mother who got on live to share your life because you want people to see you live your life. You're sitting here giving all this advice. Bitch, let me see it. Let me see it, let me see it, bend over, let me see it. You know, they want to see it. I let you see it. I ain't going to bend over and let you see it, but I'm going to let you see it. Let you see the underbelly of my life. Let you see my laundry in the background of every damn video. You know, let you see my finances. Let you see my 4-year-old has a speech thing he's working through. I had the same thing. If you guys actually listen to me, I dropped the ends and the beginnings off of my words too. So that's why I pulled him out of speech therapy, because I was just like, oh, you got that from me. And I know how to talk. And I bet you our kids gonna talk like we talk. I'm not worried about him anymore. When I tell you, when Caden was a boy, his legs looked like he was over a barrel in my womb. He was so bow-legged, I was afraid they was gonna have to break his legs or something. Forrest Gump, my baby. And Jay was like, they're gonna straighten out. And they did. You know, so it's all for purpose. I don't know how long I've been on this thing, but we're up to 13K likes. Thank you guys. Consistent views, consistent engagement. This is what it's all about. Trust your journey and path. Your gifts are needed. Think of all the personal convos you have had with us. I know you even walked away with something bigger. And then you get more messages from spirit, distractions from your blessing, blinders on, keep your vision. You and Rebo said that. So that's confirmation. Rest is an important part of work. Yeah, a young whippersnapper. I've been in this game for 20 years. Even if I took a rest, even if I disconnected, even if I stopped believing, I had to stop believing to keep believing. I had to stop to keep going. If I would have just continued to go, especially if it wasn't supposed to happen until 2023, can you imagine how bitter I would be if I didn't stop for self-care and just take care of me and just veg the fuck out for a couple years? Now I know I can veg out in a day. I don't have to stay plugged in. It don't have to be go hard, go hard, go hard. I could disconnect at any moment and go do whatever my disconnect looks like. Now we have to identify, is this disconnecting or is this quitting on yourself? This week I disconnected because I had a hard time emotionally. You know, Ree popped in and said, I came to find your live on Saturday and you weren't there. And I was like, yeah, girl, I couldn't do it. I'm in a bad energy. And Ree didn't express any type of disappointment. All Ree said was, girl, take care of yourself. She came for what she needed, but she left giving me what I needed. That's sister support. And so she came in and I felt bad because I didn't show up on Saturday, but I was like, shit. Why would I force myself to show up and spew this negativity? I already recorded these damn videos and sister girl was like, those aren't your best work. You should delete them. I was like, I'm putting them up. I don't care. It's my journey. Had it not been for us connecting and some of my other connections on this app, I wouldn't have known I needed to heal. I've known I need to heal. So many of us don't even know we need to heal because we're so solid in our brokenness. Like we have learned to jimmy rig our life, but the N-word. We have learned to jimmy rig our lives. Yes, dear. Get off me with them cold hands.
Now my hands are cold.
Please stop distracting me because I know you came in on the distraction. You know.
My hands are cold. Because of
it's all about the energy. This one just trying to get attention. The other one was actually trying to tell me something. I could feel their energy. I know when they being real and when they trying to work me. Work, baby, work. And so, yes, I live in song. There would literally be a soundtrack as I walk down the street. Yes. It's giving me the space I just need to open up. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And that's why we continue to show up. And that's why I'm okay with being a mother and a business owner. That's why I'm okay with being human, because the whole premise is let's dispel the separation. There is no separation. I can do all of it. I need to go get this laundry, but I could do all of it. And I could do it all well. I can have it all. I honestly believe we can have it all. There's one more piece. And I'll be able to let you know if we can have it all. And that's nothing to be jealous of. That's not nothing to wish the downfall on somebody else. Do not get behind me with that goddamn Kindle. That's not anything but for us to understand the possibilities, to know that it's real. Like I told you, when Little Miss told me the possibilities of communication in her relationship, I went to Dre and I was like, we're doing 30 days of communication. Are you okay with that? And this time he was like, yeah. I even got him to set intentions, y'all. Spirit fingers. Yeah, he set intentions, y'all. He was like, I would just like for our communication to open up to this. More communication. More communication. And I'm like, yes. Because last time I asked you to set an intention, you were like, baby steps. When that person asks, why are you with him? Because my husband just set intentions. That's why. If he's able to change, if they have a teachable spirit, now you're working with something. Open up, jump. I need to. I've done some. You know, you just gotta move in your your space. But what I was saying, and just popped in my head, if you knew your destination was some place that you've never even envisioned, like my vision is just, a couple speaking engagements, couple of, actually, with this sister support network, I see a conglomerate, I see worldwide something, but my vision has expanded over time. My vision, like, they can't give you all the vision at once, you might be scared, you might get overwhelmed, like, how the hell am I going to unite black women? How am I gonna unite black women? How is my light-skinned ass? I know y'all got biases against my skin complexion because y'all the same little girls who teased me for it, so I know y'all got biases. I gotta work through my biases towards yours. We ain't got biases to the point where we hate each other, where we treat each other any type of different, but here's some childhood healing. All of my tormentors tormented me, were dark-skinned, and they made fun of me because I was light-skinned. So yes, there's some biases to heal there. So we got to get some work. For you to think that your struggle is any more real than mine simply because of the color of my skin, yeah, we have different adversities. We have different adversities because you're Ree and I'm Lonnie. You're Patricia and I'm Lonnie. The hell? You're Meta and I'm Lonnie. We have different experiences and different traumas. It does not just stop at the color of our skin.
Mom?
What?
What is that?
Socks. And so...
Is it mother?
Yeah. And so please turn... Why don't you go to your room? Just leave. You don't have to turn your Kindle down. Just leave. Please.
Why didn't it tell me my dog? I have my little dog.
You need some socks too?
Yeah.
I'm sorry because you stay home and I didn't know you need socks, but I'll get you some socks as well. You made a good point. Your socks are too small as well.
Yeah, I want to do my dog.
I'll get you some socks.
Yeah. Mom, I had some Sonic. Can I have some Sonic Crocs?
I don't know anything about Sonic's Crocs.
They're from the Croc store. Yeah.
Videos, what is your hesitation?
Hey, I want to buy me
job moment. You're keeping
I want
the
to
faith.
buy me Mom.
Yeah, that is a full-time job.
Buy
Ain't
me
it keeping the faith?
my baby dog.
Okay, I'll get you some socks, son. Relax.
No, Batman.
Spider-Man.
I like Batman. Me too.
We gonna look at the price point. You gonna get some black socks just like your brother. Shoot, we trying to maximize the sock game. 3 socks because it got Spider-Man on it.
Yeah, I like Spider-Man. I want Batman. Everything no Batman.
Oh, you just see how they sell it. I need everything Spider-Man. I need everything Spider-Man.
I want to watch Spider-Man. I want everything pink Spider-Man. I want to...
Are you overthinking anything? Y'all over here.
I want the Maya Wiley Batman.
Y'all in here healing in the comments. This is so beautiful. I've been on a journey of reconnecting with myself outside of being a wife. Amen. Mom and business owner, the transparency of the life changes. Oh, well, damn. You were talking about yourself, but I received it. Confirmation. I received that as you were telling me it's okay to be a mom, a wife, and a business owner. And to allow that to be seen here. Instead of me stressing about the production of it all. You know? OMG, I know exactly where I am. I can't even type because I didn't feel alone for that moment. Aww, look at that. I see hugs. We got virtual hugs happening in the comment section. I judged watching your video and I swiped to your live. What a coincidence. Hey, look at you judging me. That's all right. Oh, you just watched my video. I was like, damn, and then you got stuck in here. You like, I can't help it. Oh, that's beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We know that nephew needed his mama in the moment. That's right. Y'all moms, y'all know what it is. And that baby boy is welcome. This is real life. I hold back from going live because of the kids. But my husband came to me today giving me an idea. This helps me. Seeing you give your attention to your child, to see you speak of trauma and not away from the camera because of your tears. I thank you for your realness always. Oh, yeah. Girl, I done cried so many times on camera. It's Lonnie crying again. The first time I did, and I did consider, so I guess that was spirit saying, no, stay here. Because I did was like, okay, walk away from the camera. But I was like, because I don't want to be the girl crying on camera. You know, oh my God, she's crying on camera. I don't want to be her. So it's a constant battle. It's a constant battle between societal expectations and being authentic. And what does authenticity look like within societal expectations? I could cry, but I can't ugly cry. You know what I'm saying? So it's constantly a battle of, you know, my mind telling me something, almost did it, my mind telling me something, and then listening to my intuition and knowing that I need to follow intuition 99% of the time. 100% of the time, if I could get it there, I'm not sure how. Woo, could y'all imagine if I listened to my intuition all the damn time? But maybe I am listening to it all the damn time because I'm able to, everything has led to here. Did I take some unnecessary turns along the way? Ooh, I never finished my story, y'all. Let me finish my story because it's a good one. Girl, you my neighbor, friend, next door, for pretend. Damn it, I lost my spot. All right, y'all. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, hey, how you doing? Sis, I ain't seen you in so long. Nika. That's my sister from another. I cry more in this stage of healing. Oh my God, the sky is so beautiful. Yeah, man, I will literally be talking to my kids and I'm just like getting all choked up and Bailey's like, Mom, are you about to cry? I was like, yeah. I'm always crying. It's terrible. Anyway, so, you know, they had me sprawled out. Maybe we needed that break so I could finish this story without being emotional. So, yeah, they had me sprawled out in the middle of the floor, kids stepping over me. That's how I just visualize it. Somebody who is butt naked, sprawled out in the middle of the floor, and your kids are just stepping over them. You know, and so apparently somehow I got my clothes back on. And the next time, and then somewhere there were about 3 of them who took turns with the orifices, you know. So I heard one of them, you know, I punched him. I guess I came coherent. He tried to in my mouth and I punched him or whatever. And so, yeah, I don't remember. I just was told. And so I'm like, yo, no way. He didn't say that when I just talked to him on the phone. So I call him back and I'm like, hey, what happened last night? He's like, oh, nothing. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, because I'm hearing all this craziness happen. I don't know. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I can't remember nothing. Did you find my jacket? And so after I found out that happened, I talked to somebody. I didn't talk to my mother. And I'm continuing the story because this is important. I didn't talk to my mother. I went and talked to the big homie BK. And I went to go talk to the lady down the street. Not down the street. We lived in a condo complex. So she was a couple buildings over. Red Sky Condominiums if you're in Aurora, Colorado. If they still are standing. You know, so I go down there. One of them told me to go to the hospital and take a rape or an R kit, but at that point I had taken showers because, so make your kids aware. We think we don't need to equip our children, but what's the first thing after your essay that you want to do? You want to take a shower. Why? Because they do that stuff on TV. Why? Because we feel dirty. I don't know, but we want to get it up off us, and we take a shower and we wash off all the evidence. So tell me again why we're not having these conversations with our kids. So they know what to look for. So we could catch them on the front end instead of the back end. I had taken showers. I went back to the hospital and they were like, well, there's really nothing we can do. Waste of resources, which just should have wasted them resources on me when I came in there having a mental health breakdown, you know, episode. And I'm talking to the lady and I'm telling her my story. And she's like, you need to tell your mom. And I was like, no, I'm not going to tell my mom. She's like, you need to tell your mom. And I was like, no, it'll be a waste of time. She convinces me to tell my mom. And my mom's like, that's what the fuck you get. I told you not to go. I'm like, you walked into a hospital room, saw your child handcuffed to a bed, having a mental health episode, probably something you've had, because my mother definitely is where I get my touch from. And you don't look at your 14-year-old child and tell her that's what the fuck she gets because you told her not to go. So when I say we be out here on this I told you so with our own kids, the people that we were tasked to raise, the people that we were tasked to not so much protect because we're shielding them from having experiences, but protecting them because we're giving the tools for them to have the experiences and hopefully be successful, or at least know what to look out for so they can protect themselves. Yeah, nobody gave me none of those skills. And so that's what she said to me. And I didn't have any support through the process, so whenever the detective would call, I would just duck his calls because I couldn't remember. I went to a psychic because I was just like, well, maybe he could help me remember. Well, probably not going to find the psychic for you in the phone book. You might, shoot, how's the psychic going to get his information out there? How's? You might find him in the phone book, but I didn't. And so I was just thinking, I went to First Fridays. It was still cold outside, so, but there's a bunch of psychics. This was risky, but I'm just gonna operate. I prayed over myself while it was happening and all those different things, and now that I know that I'm always protected. But there are these hypnotists. They weren't psychic. They were hypnotists, and they were hypnotizing people on the corner because I want to patronize everybody. God damn it! I'm gonna let you hypnotize me. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop feeling like I owe people stuff. I don't owe nobody nothing. There's a space for respect and honor. I respect and I honor you guys. But then there's a space that I am hurting myself to show up for you. And I don't want to be in that space anymore. I want to catch the space now before it gets detrimental to my health. So again, I'm talking about me, but I'm talking about you. There's something that's happening in your life that you need to catch. You've identified, and you're like, I need to catch this before it becomes a problem. If you are self-aware, I'm sure there's something you have identified that I need to catch before this becomes a problem. And my people-pleasing is one of those things. Because I'm not a people-pleaser to where I bend over backwards for people, but I am a people-pleaser in the respect that I consider people in everything that I do. I'm watching somebody else's video, and I'm looking at the production quality. And I'm like, damn, they doing numbers with this production quality? Because I'm comparing. If you out here doing what you supposed to be doing, you could get out here with a grainy Android. That's what y'all say. I love an Android, but it is grainy. Y'all get out here with a grainy Android and make it pop. If you moving in inspo, then, in spirit, then it's going to do what it's supposed to do regardless of the tools that you have. Because the only tool that you truly need was for you to show up. God was like, I just needed you to trust me enough to show up. You trusting or no? You showing up or no? Because the moment you show up, I got you. And there's going to be challenges because we don't stop learning just because we're in a classroom. We're in math, and one lesson built on the back of the first lesson, built on the back of the second lesson, built on the back of the third lesson. We didn't go into math class and learn one thing for the entire duration of our math experience. And so why do we think if we enter into a classroom, all the other lessons stop? to filters because I'm keeping this Android. Man, I love, man, soon as my lump sum after the lump sum after the lump sum, I'm buying me another Android. I can't stand this iPhone. I bought it because I was the last Android. I was like, well, I can't be the last Android, so I gotta switch over to Apple, at least so I can use locations, share locations with my kids so I know where they're at. Bailey left. We had a conversation because it's weird. Because recently she said to me, do you think it's weird if I just start asking people if I could take a picture of their ID? I was like, I understand what you're doing there, but yeah, that's weird. The same person who felt weird about taking pictures of people's license plates on covertly and sending it to me, but now you want to ask somebody to go in their wallet for their ID so you can take a picture. So you really would, you say you would, you taking your Lonee-isms a step further. Let me get some water. Let me see. Hello, love bug. Can y'all imagine when I go live and I'm not sitting in my bedroom, I'm out. I'm live at my TED Talk. Won't that be something? What's good, y'all? Sister made it to the TED Talk stage. I'm gonna figure it out. I want that. I don't know why I want it. I don't even know what I talk about. A bitch can't stay on task. Lord Jesus, can you imagine me talking for 45 minutes about the same thing? But the reasons why we encounter things, see, that was what tripped me back into what I was talking about. The reason why we encounter other things while we're down, we're like, it rains, it pours. No, it's always been happening. The lessons don't stop just because you've entered a classroom. Just like when we were taking school, we didn't have one subject. And in that subject, there were levels and built upon. You know what I'm saying? So we go from math to English to science to history to do. We're in all these classes at the same time. All this learning is happening simultaneously. All these lessons are happening simultaneously. And how do we learn? From experience. Experiences don't have to be negative. This is an experience right now, and I'm learning a lot. I'm sure you guys are learning stuff too. I see the healing happening in the comments section, and this is a negative experience, so we need to go ahead and dispel the idea that experience needs to be a negative experience. It doesn't. But it is the best teacher because it's the only teacher. It's not the only teacher. Let's think about experience. Can I learn from I can learn from your experience, so boom, it's the only teacher. Somebody had to experience the shit. It doesn't have to be my own personal experience. I can read your experience. I can read your experience and heal myself. I documented my healing journey in this book so that someone who doesn't know where to begin their healing journey at, they can pick this book up. When we do it for the book club, I'm going to relive my heal. I'm going to do the work. I'm working through this workbook too. And I'm going to heal myself from this perspective, So this is going to be interesting. I'm actually excited to see what's going on in here because I ain't read this book since I wrote it. LoneeTaylorArt.com. My healing journey, I documented it so that others can find a blueprint. And I'm leaving a blueprint now, but it's via video until it's time to sit down and write something. But here's my notes. There's my book notes. But as you can see, oh Lord Jesus, No, that was universe. You know. It's getting late. 7, 8, 9, 10. Y'all some riders. Yo, I'm about to go. Because it's 10 o'clock where y'all at. And I want to watch some K-dramas. I'm trying to veg out. This was vegging out. And then when it turns to work, I don't want to do it anymore. Because now I'm working. But I'm done vegging. But I love spending time with you guys. Let me read the last comments. Why I take pictures of all of my clients, especially when I used to be alone with male clients. You already have your opener for TED Talk. That's what drew me to your page. Warning about men? What drew you to my page, Pat? Yeah. Oh, but tell me before what drew you to the page before you go, Pat. Oh, I done lost the number. She gone. Oh, there she go. I'm curious. What drew you all to the page? That's a good way. I'm always curious about that. How'd you find me? Oh, what's good, y'all? I'm Lonee Appleton. I am a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, and reposting videos. I literally am telling you what to do, and I still can't get people to do it. That's a good closer. Y'all done got me complaining again. Your header on all of your videos. I love it, too. See, and people have told me they feel like I'm cheating them. They feel like I'm cheating them because they got to sit through my 8-second opener. So I take all the feedback. Sometimes I give my heading, sometimes I don't. Because I say it all the time. I feel the same way like when I'm sitting through my favorite true crimer, Christina, on YouTube, and she's like, you know, whatever you do, make sure I don't remember what she says. I could say what she says, but I can't think of it right now. But I have to sit through her opener. I have to sit through their ads. I hate when I have to sit through their ads. Their ads be like 2 minutes long, though. Like keep it G. I'm going to throw some sort of get your merch at LoneeTaylorArt.com. But I ain't giving you a 2-minute ad unless it's an entire ad that's 2 minutes. But if we get into the meat and potatoes. But I hate sitting through people's openers, so I understand. But some people love it. Everybody's different. Businesses do it in their commercials. You want to be remembered. They'll know your name. Damn real. When y'all see me on live, y'all come in saying, Lonee, what's up, Lonee? Lonee Lon, AP. See, Bizzle calls me AP. You know, we got nicknames for each other. You know, we call each other by name. So I'm going to do it every once in a while. I'm going to just, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to switch it up. You're going to see more, live action Lonee and skits. And, you'll get this Lonee in my stories or on live, because I want that marketability. I want my I was told my videos are too long. What do y'all think about the length of my videos? I was told my videos are too long. So you'll get shorter videos. I need to stay on topic. Now, I don't know about all that, but, they told me I need to stay on topic and not bounce around in my videos. I was like, okay, I understand. I need to actually go eat dinner. I understand everything, but bouncing around is kind of my thing. It's the Lonee Roller Coaster. But I can respect that where once I bounce to another topic to break it up. But, I did that with these videos I'm about to post. And there's like 20 videos because I jumped 20 topics in 3 minutes. I'm always jumping. Let's see. They know your name. Partly why I took my business name off of here and put my real name. You gonna get me. Hell yeah. We out here. We out here, we healing and we growing and we bossing up. I'm back serving that dinner. I bet you it was beautiful too. Y'all, Carby is like really gifted in the presentation. Like food presentation is an art. And Carby has taught me to appreciate it. And she's a mixologist. Her drinks be looking so yummy and they be drinking at home. Like she got the drizzle dripping on the side of the cup and she made that in the kitchen. It's just so beautiful. I speak and hear that language, posting at certain times. Yeah, I post. Are you telling me to post at certain times? I was just posting at 7 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. initially, and then I started posting. I had so much damn content. I was posting every 2 hours. Whenever I woke up, post a video. Set a timer, post a video. Set a timer, post a video. So I was posting like 12 videos a day. And now I'm posting 4 times a day because I know that I'm shadow banned. I know that I am. My videos aren't being seen, so I'm gonna try to please the system and just post 4 times a day so that I can get this ban off of me, because that I'm shadow banned. Well, what the hell is going on? How come people don't see my content? Somebody said I've been following you since the Black Girl Follow Train, and this is like the first time I'm seeing one of your videos. What's going on? Thank you. I made blackened salmon, shrimp, and broccoli with jasmine rice. Okay, I won't claim it. Well, something's going on. Whatever's going on is what needs to be going on. How about that? I'm in whatever's supposed to be going on, because if something else was supposed to be going on, man wouldn't be in control. Man can't control my outcome because I'm moving in divinity. So even if I were any of those situations, that ain't gonna, one monkey don't stop no show. You ain't gonna stop G.O.D. G.O.D. gonna do what G.O.D. won't do. Sky Daddy gonna do what he wanna do. So there's nothing in this earthly realm that can stop the hustle. So you're right. Appreciate you. You're questioning yourself. That's what's going on. Heck no, they can't. Yeah, I think we did a lot of healing tonight, y'all. Did y'all do some healing? Because I did some healing. Am I healing by myself, or are we healing together? Has a restful night, anyone? Ree, you already let me know you did some healing. I did some healing. I'm about to get off this horn too, but I'm curious before I go. We did some healing. Good job, Ree. I did some healing. Pat, did you do some healing? Carby did some grilling. I'm really excited. I'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we'll pick up where we left off, as we always do about this time. Yes, indeed. I'm just vibing while cooking. A vibe is a heal, so boom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is special. I don't care if it's just a little intimate number. As long as it's a consistent number. I do be out here feeling stupid talking to myself and just pushing through like, ignore the number, Lonnie. Ignore the number, Lonnie. And I know it's not y'all's responsibility to sit up with me or nothing like that, but I'm just like, don't pay attention to the number. Just keep following. You're being guided. You're being led. You're being guided. You're being led, So, I appreciate you all. My hubby cooked me dinner, so I'm going to go eat. Y'all know I don't eat unless somebody cook for me. I ain't getting in that kitchen. Tomorrow. Oh, I bet you they jealous. They got a wife that cooked for him. I bet you my husband. You jealous because he got a wife that cooked for him, babe? Oh, he got his headphones on. I'm just joking. Can I even joke anymore? Gosh, this not speaking things that aren't true in a joking manner is hard. But that's our culture, so maybe that's a bad thing. We're always saying, making jokes like in the negative. Everything's in the negative in our culture. Why am I allowing my kids to be outside after dark? Because they're playing with the light and bouncing around, and it's okay. Hubby, I'm just vibing. Hubby got a work play. Go spend time. I'ma stick a note in his back. Yay, I used to send coworkers a plate. Look at you. I sure wish I was his coworker. Lunch can be purchased if they ask. Oh, I gotta buy it? Damn, I thought you was just sending plates. I was like, yeah, me too. Carby sending plates. Me too. But yes, get your coins, sis. All right, y'all. I love you. Thank you. See you tomorrow at 4. And in the comment section,